Hello, and welcome back, once again, to Doomed. Not-so-solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game, with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. That's right, you couldn't keep us away. And I say we, of course, or... I say us, of course. Way to listen, Scott. I say us, of course, because I am not alone today. Alone against the mythos. Abandoned and alone. Whatever you want to say. Today, I am joined by Twooned veteran, the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello. How the heck is it going?
So far so good. We haven't played anything yet, so it's still good.
Turn 1, action 1. You can't play cards. Fuck! Flip the table, walk away. God damn it. That'd be good times.
So tempted to press that flip button, but...
Yeah. Oh, I know. TTS is a lot of things and a lot of wonderful things, but the fact that there's a bunch of buttons that are like legitimate options and things you need to actually do, and then there's a button that just flips and destroys everything is just... I'm here for it, but it's it could be very chaotic.
That's why we're here.
What do you think, Crosshair? You're being asked if you may be if you can be petted.
I take head pats. No hugging. We don't hug.
Yep. And I take head pats in the form of bits and follows. I'm kidding. Just joking around. Welcome back
now.
Yay! Yeah, exactly. Call now for 3 easy payments of $99.99 a month. I don't know. That's a lot of payments. Weirdness. Hello. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. There is chaos in the stream because I am joined by the original chaos bun himself. It's the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello. I am chuffed. I am chuffed to be back. You may have noticed from the creepy masked man behind me, we are starting a new Doomed adventure. How dare you! Easy mistake to make, Blanky Cat. I certainly did not know the difference until I met the Crosshair. Lydia, hello! Oh god, welcome to Doomed. Whoa, there's still something in my eye from yesterday. From Punchy. Wonderful to have you with us here on Doom. Not-so-solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game, with a focus on roleplay and storytelling, and a special guest, the Crosshair.
Hello.
Oh, excellent. Lydia, well, we're hoping to get you some great storytelling before your shift starts. Fabuloso. As mentioned, we're starting a new Doomed campaign here. I don't remember if I said something about having to wait a month or not. Maybe I said something about October being spooky month and whatever for Doomed, but Crosshair and I just wanted to start now, I feel.
Yeah, I'll play anytime.
Exactly. And that's what we're going to do. Now, normally what we would do is recap the story so far and dive into the scenario. But there is no story so far because we're starting a brand new campaign with brand new, quote-unquote, Twooned investigators. What up, Mistrich? Thank you for refreshing. Thank you for being refreshed. Mentos the Freshmaker, wonderful to have you with us. I am joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello.
I'm still at a point on this stream where there's few enough people that I can greet everybody individually, and that feels great. Yeah, no, it's absolutely thrilling.
When the raid of 5,000 people happens, we won't be saying 5,000 hellos.
No, definitely not. You can say hello once, and then we can digitally play it a bunch of times if you want. Hello. Do you remember that time? Flower bought 20 subs and I couldn't stop it playing. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That was the best. That was a good day.
You get what you asked for.
Yeah, and there it is. Excuse me, everybody. I've still got a little bit of stuff going on in my nose and throat here, just in case you can hear any of that. But that doesn't matter, because I'm feeling tip-top, and I'm excited to get into this new adventure. We don't know what it holds. Yes, Blanky Cat is correct. We do listen to you, the viewer. I mean, for the most part. Sometimes I ignore you, the viewer. The viewers like you. Do I have anything that I need to say before we dive in and meet our investigators, figure out what the campaign is about, etc.? the usual disclaimers. This is doomed. We're playing to tell a story. We're not necessarily playing to quote-unquote win. What is winning if not telling a story? And Crosshair is also correct. That was the other thing I wanted to mention. Thank you, Crosshair. This is Arkham Horror. Arkham Horror traditionally features horror themes. Specifically, at least I find, art involving body horror, sometimes strange eldritch creatures that may be, as I wrote, distressing. Just, you know.
Spider.
Hmm?
Spiders. Maybe a banana.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. There's, in fact, a whole campaign focused on arachnophobia, which is, like, horrible for some people.
I thought you meant a whole campaign based on bananas.
Not yet. Although, I feel like Arkham Horror, the banana campaign might be... I mean, it could be fun. I don't know. What could it cost? $10?
Daylight come and me wanna go home.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Mistrix points out something I feel the need to talk about on stream. I have played just enough of Arkham Horror Mother's Embrace to not have met my character in it yet. I played just enough to know that I found it a little boring, that I might play it on stream, because then at least there would be that factor, that entertainment factor. Although I will say I probably will play it on stream, because if nothing else, I do happen to personally know every single voice actor in that game, because it's a Montreal voice acting bonanza, other than the narrator, voiced by Amelia Tyler, the narrator from Baldur's Gate 3. My favorite voice. She's great. Big fan. Anyway, yes, we're gonna dive in and look at our investigators here, but I feel the need to point that out. Yeah. I mean, Crosshare, is there
also,
yes, please. Yes.
If anybody has any feedback or stuff like that, then you can go suck it.
God damn. I mean, I think you could...
What I meant to say is...
yeah.
You can leave a comment on YouTube or go to Discord.
Yes, of course.
Let us know.
Exactly. You absolutely can. If you have any thoughts, feelings, I mean, about the stream, I guess. It could be about anything if you want, I suppose. But yeah, drop a comment down below if you're watching this on the VOD. Thank you. Or join the Discord. That's where we talk about this sort of thing. My channel has become the unofficial Arkham Horror the card game channel. And I was going to say I don't know when that happened. I know exactly when that happened. That's fine.
Yeah.
Let's dive in. We need to meet our investigators. Oh, yes?
True. Yeah, I was going to ask, where do we start?
Where do we start? Well, I'm going to start by reading... A storm approaches. A strange feeling had come over me. Perhaps it was the touch of something unknown and unknowable. Perhaps it was the lure of the forbidden. Or perhaps it was even a result of the onset of madness. But imagine being faced with the proof of some sort of life, however malevolent it proved to be, from beyond the stars. I wanted to see it, to communicate with it, to learn the occult mysteries surrounding it. This is James Ambuel from The Advent of Ovash. Okay, I don't know what that is, but there you go. The death of a mysterious collector and his relics of his estate have brought an ancient mystery to Arkham. Great. Travel across the world and the cosmos to discover the truth. I'm skipping this part because I want to actually read the real intro. But it says, based on classic folk horror and the Cthulhu mythos, including the writings of H.P. Lovecraft and James Ambuel? I've never heard of this person, but now I feel like I should read his stuff. Oh shit. Blanky Cat? Which? Oh my god. Blanky Cat, I didn't realize you had a custom investigator? Tell me where it is! Please! And then I will have a look at it when I can. Yeah, there you go. That's the beginning of this. Crosshair. We should do investigators, I think, then the drawing of the weaknesses for story purposes, and then we'll dive into the prologue and figure out what the hell is going on. I will start. Because I'm that
I was
guy.
gonna say, to set the scene, like, bong, outside the auction house.
Ooh, to set the scene. I like it.
Or something.
Or something like that. And Mistress does, of course, point out that it does look like Rex Murphy has a ponytail, but I think it's just the shadow of it. The shadow of the symbol behind him. I will be playing for this campaign Rex Murphy, the reporter. Let's do story first, eh? When disaster strikes, Rex Murphy is usually on hand, suffering the consequences. After spending a day with Rex, even the most hardened skeptic will concede the man is cursed. Anytime he has a lead on a good story, something would go wrong. That business in Innsmouth with the photographs that had blown out to sea, the tracks in Dunwich that had washed away in the rain just before he'd brought the sheriff. His terrible fortune had more than once exposed him to gruesome beasts and occult conspiracies. To survive, Rex had developed an inquisitive mind, keeping one step ahead of the next disaster. Rex, the reporter, as mentioned here, he is cursed. He's cursed by some sort of bad luck or misfortune, which goes beyond the realm of like, oh shoot man, you're having a bad day, to like, holy crap dude, is this even possible? However, in true Arkham investigator fashion, he won't let some, namby-pamby family curse keep him from finding the truth. Yeah, I mean, he's a reporter who wants to get to the heart of the matter. It isn't clear here whether he has a personal kind of stake in the mythos or not, so I think we're going to let the story of this campaign determine what he's doing here, but it makes sense to me. I will point out his deck building restrictions include no fortune cards, which I find particularly funny. And there you go. This time, nothing will stop me from getting at the truth. Look, most people in the chat will be familiar with the investigator himself, but in brief, he's got 4 intellect but only 2 combat. He has a reaction, which we're playing taboo, so it's only once per round instead of forever. After you succeed at a skill test by 2 or more while investigating, discover a clue at your location. In layman's terms, what this means is if you investigate really good, you find more clues than you would otherwise. Which is it also means things like if you investigate with a card that lets you do something else, if you investigate real good, you can still find clues. He's good at digging up clues. He's a reporter. His elder sign is +2. You may instead choose to automatically fail this test to draw 3 cards, which might seem counterintuitive, but we'll get into why a little later. That's Rex. He's a reporter. He's searching for the truth. He's here in Arkham. He's probably going to try to get to the bottom of whatever mystery we're on about. Thank you for letting me blab on for a bit, Crosshair. I would love to hear about who you are playing.
Yeah, speaking of being cursed, somehow Rex has gained the attention of somewhat local legend Wendy Adams.
Ooh, local legend. I like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna flip my card because in the Doomed verse, I kind of decided that Wendy will have a bit of a different story, so to say.
Okay.
People of Arkham do know the Adams family with 1D, just for legal purposes.
Oh yes, of course. It's the Adams family, but ADANS. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They do live in a big mansion at the outskirts of Arkham, and people are not quite sure if Wendy is a street urchin, like an orphan or something, or if she actually is part of the Adams, because whenever something bad happens, she seems to be around, but the police at least haven't been able to pin anything on her.
She's
but
just
yeah,
too
this
darn
is
cute.
Yeah, cute is a word for it.
Yeah, please see the Discord for our Crosshair's imagining of of this Wendy Adams.
Yeah, it's very homage towards in my deck building as well towards Wednesday. A certain Wednesday character that
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
is in no way legally
No.
binding.
Yeah. we're not in the business of copyright infringement. But Wednesday,
No.
midweek Adams is here to play.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. So yeah. So like you said,
when Rex arrived at Arkham or at the auction, Wendy was also there. Just somehow, possibly her parents are around, but she's just walking around.
looking to, well, maybe, I mean, the assumption is maybe she's looking to get into trouble, but we don't necessarily know if that's the case.
Yeah, and when a person dies of immense mystical objects and stuff, there's always an Adams present.
I like it. I mean, I hope we do get to meet some of the extended Adams family, but I suppose we might have to see if we do.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, very cool. So this yes, go ahead, yeah.
But yeah, she's a survivor, and stat line is we are really combat heavy, as one can see. She's more of a brainy agility, bit of the streets, so to speak, with a similar stat line to Rex, and she's all about discards and using the discard deck and stuff like that. So when I reveal a chaos token, I can choose and discard a card from my hand, cancel that chaos token, and return it to the bag, reveal a new chaos token.
Nice. Now,
so basically, when I draw a tentacle, I can discard a card and draw something else.
Exactly. She can make her own luck, in a manner of speaking. You can't choose, because you can put the tentacle back and then redraw it, right? Like, it is possible.
Yeah. And it's, unlike Rec, it's limit once per test or ability. So, quite nice.
I would agree. This is one of the very few effects. Most card effects in Arkham specify you can, like, ignore a token, cancel a token, put a token back. Non-tentacle. Like, it's usually specified on the card that the tentacle is Arkham's way of saying, no, you don't get to do this. Wendy has a chance to re-roll it, which is honestly quite unique and wonderful, and speaks to the Adams family's mystical powers.
Yeah, and Wendy is one of those people that people tend to spur away from because, well, she's an Adams.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, this art is vaguely off-putting. If I saw this kid coming towards me on the street, I might be like, ugh, and cross the street.
Yeah, she does have a tendency to lose stuff and
tendency to lose
forget
stuff.
What she was. Yeah, forget what she was doing when she notices something else shiny or bloody. Anyway.
Oh, okay. Very good. But that also answers a question that I had, which is, do we necessarily know each other before we start this campaign? And I would say no, that Rex certainly is aware of the Adams family and their place in Arkham, and maybe Wendy's read Rex Murphy byline before, but we are not here specifically to investigate something together. Something's going to bring us together, I would assume.
Yeah, it's just happenstance. Well, everyone basically in Arkham is at this auction, I believe, so... Perfect. Everyone of any note, so to speak.
Exactly. Yeah, anyone who's anyone is here, apparently. Okay, cool. Well, that is excellent. Before we get into the campaign and the scenario proper, we have to do a Doomed tradition, title stolen from the Mythos Busters, but still. We have to do the drawing of the weaknesses. I'd like to point out, I spent a lot of time making sure this looked relatively nice, so please enjoy. These are all of the weaknesses that have appeared in, up top here, solo Arkham campaigns, so the official ones, and then the Twombed campaigns. Basic weaknesses are down here. I will say any standalone scenarios or scenarios where we had multiple basic weaknesses, I have not added those to the pile. This is just when we do an official drawing of the weaknesses. This is the weakness that defines your investigator's story. It's that then goes in the pile. So we still have a big stack, 26 weaknesses apparently still left, plus one extra one over here, which is available for a survivor to potentially take. But that's not Rex, so I can't take that in the pile yet, but there you go. And yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I need to say about this. I've excluded a couple of weaknesses here, the Mystic, Rogue, and Guardian specific ones, because we're not playing Rogues, Mystics, or Guardians. Yeah, which I think they'd be fine, but this also means that they're going to be kept for a more appropriate venue in the future, probably.
Yeah. Basically, Wendy could take a rogue weakness, I think, but they're not fitting anyway.
I presume that her paying her due is like to her family. That they are forcing her to pay up.
Yeah, nobody really knows how rich Wendy is, or how rich the Adams are.
No, exactly, and that's what makes it kind of terrifying here. So, I mean, unless you have any sort of like specific issue with it, Crosshair, I thought I would shuffle up the pile, deal myself 3, and then take 1, put the rest back, and then you could shuffle in the survivor one and draw your 3, and let's see what feels the most appropriate. I'm hoping for something cursed for Rex. That's what I'm hoping for. 1, 2, 3. This is for Rex Murphy, baby. Perfect! Okay, so narcolepsy. Narcolepsy, of course, is a very misunderstood medical condition, which in the Arkham universe causes you to fall asleep even if you are being physically assaulted by monsters. Narcolepsy is a weakness that says you can't do anything until you take damage or horror, or someone else can wake you up, for an action, which is cute. The Thing That Follows, which is, of course, the basis for the famous film It Follows, I'm sure. This is a cursed monster. It spawns at the location farthest from you. It preys only on its bearer. It hunts. And when it would be defeated, shuffle it into its bearer's deck. This is the thing that follows you forever, but it spawns far away from you, much like in It Follows. And finally, we have the Vow of Dristilik, which is a pact, similar to, similar to Alessandra's Silver Moth. It takes up an arcane slot. You either have to put it into play or take a horror and shuffle it back. You get -1 sanity, and then it's a double action to discard. I truly believe that the only thing here, not the only thing, the thing that to me makes the most sense, and I'm actually thrilled to see it, is The Thing That Follows. Rex understands that he is cursed, but I don't know if he actually knows what he is cursed with. Like, the concept of bad luck is this monster that is following him. I've also built Rex to not be particularly fighty, so I'm a little scared, but that's a good time. If that works for you, Crosshair, I'm taking The Thing That Follows, and I'm putting it in my deck.
Let's see what fun stuff. The thing about Wendy is that bad stuff tend to be good stuff.
Do you want this as well? Or no?
Nah, I don't think, like, Wendy is...
Underprepared?
Yeah,
all right,
I wouldn't pick it anyway, so...
Oh, there you go. Well, then that makes sense. What do we got?
Let's see.
I love it.
Panic?
Lydia, by the way. Panic!
Panic. That's pretty basic as weaknesses go. A cursed follower that we know of. Penny's sister, I believe.
So yes, Wendy's sister being like, come on. Oh, it's the namesake of the show, guys.
Yeah, we've been treading this one for a while.
Yep. Yeah, it really has. Or we really have, rather. I should probably pull out the follow-up cards just so people understand what it does.
Well, I'm glad I didn't take Karen's Opal if I choose this one.
Yuff! Yeah, seriously. Just so that we are aware. It's called the Bell Tolls, yeah. Just, I think mechanically, I've spoken about this before on this channel. Mechanically, or thematically, I think this is awesome. Mechanically, this absolutely it sucks. It sucks. It feels terrible.
Yeah.
Which I leave entirely in the Crosshair's hands, but just for people who aren't familiar, Doomed is a basic weakness that says, Revelation take a horror, you have to record that Doom approaches. If you've already recorded it, because you've already drawn this weakness once, Doomed is removed from your deck, and then you put Accursed Fate in the discard pile. Accursed Fate, similarly, Revelation take 2 horror, record that the hour is nigh. Again, if you've already recorded it, you remove Accursed Fate, search the collection for the Bell Tolls, and place it on the bottom of your deck. The Bell Tolls is a curse weakness that just says, you are killed.
Yeah, and to those who don't know, killed means that you are done, you are out, you are kaput.
Yeah, as opposed to just defeated by physical trauma, which is like, oh man, I better sleep it off at the hospital. Woof. Exactly, Blanky Cat. Monterey Jack had an offer he couldn't refuse on Doomed, and it was fine because he just kept making money and it was never an issue. This is exactly. I just think Doomed is such a fucking flavor win, but in a card game where you don't want to draw cards, it feels kind of sad. Anyway, sorry, Crosshair, I'm interrupting.
Yeah, panic doesn't really make sense to me. Like. Wendy isn't one to panic, so to say. Unless there's like Girl Scouts or something.
She would definitely panic when it was Girl Scouts, okay.
Cursed Follower, again, not that thematic. Then again, Doomed isn't, well, Wendy's certainly doomed.
Aren't we all?
And when it comes to entertainment for the chat and people watching this would be the big, you know, it's always there, always watching. Yeah. But it also, it also does mean that when we are in the 3rd or 4th or 5th, let's say 6th part of this campaign, Wendy might just go away.
Yeah.
So,
which
story? Yeah. Yeah, like story-wise, great, but that would mean that I would have to create another investigator for the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, I definitely agree that like it's a great flavor win, and I think that it's very cool. There's also, you know, there's a possibility maybe it goes in the short supply, maybe it, you know, like maybe you never see it, maybe. But the point of Doomed is that you will eventually be killed. The bell tolls, the hour is nigh, whatever. But
yeah.
But I agree with you, Crosshair. This is a 7-part campaign. And the likelihood of this getting Wendy before the end of that 7-part campaign is high. If not guaranteed, certainly it's high. So.
Yeah. It's kind of like a Parent's Opal with a delay.
Yeah, but with no upside.
Yeah, that's the thing with this one, is that there's no upside to this. Like, if it said like start the game with 2 extra resources or something like that, then it would be a choice to take it, but
Yeah, there's a similar weakness called, oh my god, Blanky Cat just mentioned it, but an offer you can't refuse. When you become the bearer of the weakness, you get 5 XP, but it has a similar effect where you have to pay money, and if you can't pay the money, it becomes a harder version of itself until eventually it kills you. But like, at least you get the XP, so you can go, oh, I'll just take some money, or whatever. This is less ideal.
A cursed follower is, it can be thematic, even if I don't know who would be following her around.
Yet. We don't
maybe,
know yet.
Yeah. Like, out of these 3, because I don't want to ruin the whole scenario and Tomb campaign on month from now. Which I would be, like, I'd be willing to take Doomed, but the consequences are a bit too much for series, so to speak.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
This could be. We'll figure out what the accursed follower, and also, as we know, Wendy isn't much of a fighter either. So
that is true, and that's a little scary from the same perspective. Now, you know, I will also say, it's another cursed enemy that spawns as far away from you as possible, much like the thing that follows. But instead of hunting, it like curses you. So maybe the accursed follower is the thing that is summoning the thing that follows? I don't know. I guess we'll discover it as we play. But there's something there, for sure.
Let's take that one.
Hell yeah.
Maybe it's not Wendy's weakness. It's because she's hanging around with Rex.
Rex has 2 weaknesses and Wendy has none.
Yeah.
It's just she's like, oh, fine, I'll deal with this. That's really fun.
Yeah. Next time I'll make a promise, because we had to kind of shoehorn this one. Next time we play Doomed, I'm going to be taking Karen's Oboe, and I'm going to be taking Doomed.
Perfect. And hopefully an investigator that draws a lot of cards, so you're guaranteed to see it and get absolutely murked every time.
Yeah. We are gonna go all in for the next investigator.
I love that. I mean, it's a little scary, to be honest, but I'll... Good. Okay, cool. So, we've got Rex with his thing that follows, the cursed monster. We've got Wendy with some sort of cultist, but we don't know what the relationship is between that cultist or cult and the Adams family yet, but I'm sure we will find out as we play. This is great. Crosshair, I think it's time for me to... Hello to you, Blanky Cat. I was going to read the intro and then see if there's any special, details about the scenario, and then we'll, I guess, get into it. We should probably play something on Arkham today, hey?
Yeah, that might be fun.
Additional rules and clarifications. Okay, there's a lot of things here. I recognize a couple of them already. Bless and Curse we already know. They are in certain regular, like, standard campaigns as well. I'm going to skip that. Companion. Some story assets are companions, or they are companion-traded. There are 2 special rules. 1 companion that we control does not take up an ally slot. That's nice. If a companion is defeated, it is exiled from the game, which means it is removed from your deck permanently. No copies may be added. No individual companion is required to win. Keeping companions alive may be challenging. Yikes. But that implies to me that a storytelling rule, which is if you lose a companion, it is because they have been killed or driven insane and they disappear.
Yeah.
Okay. Patrol. This is also an official Arkham keyword. It is similar to Hunter, except instead of hunting towards investigators, patrolling enemies patrol towards a specific place. We'll check these rules again if we need to, but I think it's generally pretty straightforward. Power. Some cards in this campaign are worth power points, which goes with Power X, which I think, yeah, it says below, similar to Victory X. Power represents both influence granted by supernatural forces and strength acquired by overcoming those very forces. Power will have an impact as the campaign advances, and certain narrative choices may be available or unavailable depending on how much power you have. Accumulate too much power and people might not want to trust you. Without enough power, certain challenges become more difficult. Now, Crosshare and I both know you always take power when you can. I mean, maybe not always, but often.
I've always wanted power.
Exactly. Like Victory X, when an encounter card with Power X, so Power 1 or Power 2 or whatever, it goes in the Victory display. Power points in the Victory display don't do anything unless they are referenced by another card. When an enemy with Power 1 or 2 or whatever is defeated, it goes in the Victory display. Each location with Power X that is in play revealed with no clues is also stored in the Victory display. Okay, so this makes sense. Cards... Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Secondary victory.
Yeah, exactly. But like tracked separately and not spent on XP things, which makes sense. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Siphon. I'm hoping there aren't too many more keywords here, because I know there's going to be a lot of crap in this scenario to keep track of, but here we go. This campaign includes cards with the Siphon keyword. After one or more damage is dealt to an investigator or ally that they control, that investigator must resolve the Siphon effect on all cards at their location, except those that are with other investigators. Then, each other investigator at that location must resolve the Siphon effect on their cards. Okay, so if you take damage, everything siphons at your location. So it's like a blood draw or something. Each Siphon effect triggers only once per source, even if that source deals damage more than once. When multiple people siphon, the active investigator siphons first. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, when you take damage, everything siphons at your location.
Yeah, when you take damage from the siphon source.
Yeah. Hey, Flower! Hello! Welcome to Doomed. Was that super loud for you? Oh, God.
Oh, no, I just realized something.
Oh, okay. No.
Also,
Flower,
hello.
hi, welcome to Doomed. Yes, indeed, I am joined by the Crosshair, as you've already heard. The question is whether you missed anything interesting. I'll give you the briefest of rundowns here. We haven't started the campaign yet, the first scenario, I should say, but it's a new Twoomed with new investigators. I am playing Rex Murphy, the cursed reporter. He's hunting for the truth, but he is being pursued by a monster that he can never truly get rid of. That's me. And do you want to just briefly reintroduce your character, Crosshair?
Oh yeah, I'm playing Wendy Adams from the Adams family with 1D for legal purposes.
Yes. Very important.
That kind of says it all. Imagine that other Adams family, or not Adams family, but like a family living in a creepy mansion and stuff like that, and you might get an idea what kind of person I'm playing. Exactly.
If you've ever seen that popular television series about a family that lives in a mansion and they're ooky and they're spooky and they're altogether kooky, that's like a good... Yeah, and Flower is correct, yes. Midweek, famously the best part of the week.
For no reason at all.
For no reason at all. Okay, we were just looking over these details. I'm gonna...
Oh yeah, but siphon triggers from all damages.
Yes, after one or more damage is dealt to an investigator or ally. Okay, so we just don't take damage. Saturday Adams, the older sister, she's in college. Okay, campaign setup. This is pretty standard. Speaking of standard, we're playing on standard. I've never chosen to play on easy or hard for the purposes of Doomed, but that may change one day, who knows? Choosing investigators. Well, it's too late, but let's see what it says anyway. Without spoiling the surprises to follow, this campaign features a variety of mechanics that should reward investigators with a variety of stats and deck builds. You should be prepared to investigate and fight, but there will be times when evading and parleying are important as well. The campaign... What is the purpose of this? If you opt for a composition low in willpower, for example, you may find certain scenarios more challenging. Same for composition low in agility, or without the ability to soak... Okay, so clearly this is supposed to be just flexible, right? There are an above-average number of story assets in the campaign, most of which are optional. However, a player may want to have some deck-building flexibility in order to incorporate story assets that are discovered. Okay, so it's just saying the campaign will challenge a variety of things.
Yeah.
Which is
like
fine.
All campaigns.
Yeah, exactly. I think any well-designed campaign isn't just like, oh, if you have a good book stat, you're gonna be fine. Like that seems a little boring to me.
Yeah, but I think that also means that we won't be like blocked if we don't have enough fight or something like that. So.
Like there might be alternate ways of getting around things. That's good. I hope anyway. Prologue. Beautiful black automobiles gleam in the sunlight as they descend upon Arkham, Massachusetts. 6 weeks past, Konrad von Schreiber, a wealthy but reclusive German immigrant, passed away with no known living heirs. Important. With his estate for sale, connoisseurs from across New England have made their way to Arkham, bringing spectacle and wealth with them. Von Schreiber was a collector of ancient antiquities, and it would not be an exaggeration to say that his estate could fill a museum with one-of-a-kind relics from centuries past. Perhaps due to his reclusive temperament or the wondrous nature of his collection, some whisper that the relics are haunted by evil spirits, demons, or worse, which of course explains why Wendy is here. Rare and valuable items were shipped to Miskatonic University to be studied and verified for authenticity. Miskatonic administration arranged for Lydia Mikhailov, a visiting professor of Eastern European history and the leading mind in the field, to conduct the review. Finding the articles to be genuine, respected New England businessman and auctioneer David Brentley was hired to market and sell the extraordinary items. Through his connections, interested international collectors have traveled to the States to participate in the event as well. Even those without a passing interest in artifacts of the old world have found a reason to attend for fear of missing out on the exposure and the social opportunities such an event presents. Such concentration of wealth and fame naturally generates news, gossip, and scandal. Conspicuous purchases and donations of dubious nature, businessmen traveling with mistresses, secret society parties, and foul conspiracies are on the lips of every scandalmonger and on the pens of every tabloid reporter in the city. Dear gentle readers, that's right, Lydia. It's you, Lydia Mikhailov.
Lydia with an I.
Yes, different. Yeah, it's a different person, presumably. Okay. Presumably. So there'll maybe be more in the intro. We'll see. But I guess so far, Rex is going to attend because, you know, he doesn't write gossip columns, but every once in a while, maybe even a reporter of his repute needs a fluff piece. Who knows?
Yeah, and Wendy is probably there just because Conrad used to owe my uncle $5.
There you go. Yeah, maybe I'll buy one of these. Maybe I'll find myself in possession of one of these relics. Who knows?
Yeah. Buy is a strong word.
Nice, Blanky. Scenario 1. Paid in blood. Your good friend and Arkham reporter, May O'Brien, has offered to get you into the von Schreiber auction with VIP press passes. You'll even be able to register for the auction if you're interested, she explains. I could use some additional eyes in the crowd to make sure I don't miss anything juicy. You're gonna love it! Besides, you'll get to see just how bizarre and out of touch some of these fat cat money bags really are. This is gonna be the social event of the year! Okay. The day of the von Schreiber estate sale has arrived. May has left your press pass for you, sealed in an envelope. You briefly wonder why she was at your place so early and why she didn't bother to ring you first. Rex and May obviously go way back as reporters in the weirdest town in America, Arkham, Massachusetts. Probably chasing some new lead, hoping to break a story, as usual. You eat and get dressed in your finest clothes, okay? Then you make your way to David Brentley's auction house. There is a light rain, and traffic is much worse than you expected. Dozens of upper-crust old men are filing through the front door with large umbrellas in hand, fabulously dressed women on their arms, and bookish accountants trailing behind while valets park their cars. You hurry through the crowd and lean in under the sea of umbrellas. May was right. This does look like the Arkham social event of the year. At the gala.
And yeah, somewhere inside the house, Wendy is crawling through air vent.
Yeah, that's how she's getting in, right? She's crawled through an air vent. I feel like Wendy is just small enough that she's like shorter than most people's shoulders, so she can just kind of hide behind everyone's backs as she walks around. That's what I'm imagining anyway.
Just walking around and nobody notices.
Yep. I mean, look, hey, the best way to not be noticed is to be the kind of person that nobody wants to notice, right? Okay, well, I mean, that's it for the intro. So that's, Rex is here to report on the gossip and the goings-on. He'll probably look at the relics as well. Who knows? Maybe he'll even buy something. He doesn't have a lot of money, but who knows? Wendy might also buy a relic. Who knows? Let's see. The setup is usually done for us by the mod, but we'll just check here. Gather all the cards from some encounter sets. Set aside an encounter set. Set aside back alley and dark alley. Put all remaining locations into play. Reception should be placed story side down. Each investigator begins at reception, which makes sense. Where is reception? Oh, reception. There we go. Oh my god, there is so much happening on this board. I'm gonna... We'll get into all of this before we actually start playing. It's gonna be great. Spawn. Alice Walcott and Magnus Becker at reception. Spawn. Okay, I think this is all done, because I see there's a bunch of things that are spawned. Attach Ancient Keepsake to the agenda as the current auction card. You will be instructed when to initiate an auction. Going once, going twice. Oh, is that it? Oh, very lovely.
Yeah.
Excellent. Construct the auction deck with the following cards face up in order. Again, I presume this is done, but the top card, Crosshair, should be called Lucky Coin.
It is.
Okay. Place the auction deck. Fine, yeah. Only the top card should be visible. Okay. Set a bunch of stuff aside. Shuffle the remaining encounter cards to build the encounter deck. Set aside a number of skull tokens equal to the number of players. Ooh. Okay.
I will take out some other tokens from the object bag, because skull tokens tend to be a bit tricky.
A little finicky, yeah. If you've got something skull-like, I would appreciate it.
I should find something.
Perfect. If you are playing on hard or expert, place one doom on the agenda. I appreciate that, actually. Hard and expert are generally harder because of the scenario effects of the bad stuff tokens and the makeup of the chaos bag. But this campaign's also just trying to mess you up specifically. Are we done the... Ooh, additional rules and clarifications. Oh, guys, I'm so jazzed. I love a gala. This is an auction, I am aware. But I do love a good gala. Ooh! Some coins.
Somewhat fitting.
Just in case. That's a good question, Flower. I'm pretty sure... I'm just kind of quickly checking. I think it's just the language used by the creator of the mod, or the campaign. Okay. Crosshair, there's a section here called the auction deck. It says, the game also says it'll tell us when to initiate an auction. Should we not look at this now, or should we know how it works now, or should we do it later?
Let's check it later.
Cool.
Wendy surely wouldn't know how an auction works.
That does make sense to me, actually, yeah. Excuse me, sorry. My suggestion is, let's read the agenda and the act. We'll draw our opening hands. We'll say the line. and then we'll take a quick break, Crosshair, because I want some more coffee and water and so on and so forth. And obviously, it's been an hour and we've done story so far. Like, obviously, we'll take a break.
Yeah. It's typical start for a new campaign.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, look, we gotta get the story going, right? Okay. Let's. Yeah, agenda and act. I mean, yeah, that's fine. Let's do it. Agenda 1A. Going once. Makes sense. You arrived before the auction started, but notable relics are on display as the von Schreiber estate auction prepares to begin. Many wealthy, conspicuous spenders mill about the auction house, and just as many well-to-do socialites are here for people watching. Reporters are taking photographs, like Rex, I guess, and Brentley's private security keep a watchful eye on the riffraff, like you. To Doom. To Doom! Woof. Forced. When you damage a guest or security enemy, there we go, put a set-aside skull token on your investigator card. Max 1 per investigator. Place a Doom on the agenda. Brackets. The auction is not yet started. You have some time to mingle and make preparations, which is nice. Okay. Right. So if you hurt a guest or a security person, then they'll identify you as a threat, hence the skull token, I guess.
Yeah, and because we are playing a 2-player campaign, it's also to Doom, which means that both of us have to choose to advance the agenda, basically.
Yeah, well...
Or by accident.
Right, or... I mean, my god, you killed him totally accidentally. I mean, like, the agenda will also advance sort of quote-unquote naturally, right? But from the natural placement of Doom over time. But you are right that, like, adding Doom to the agenda is also something that we could do if we want. I mean, yeah, it feels bad. I feel like we're not supposed to fight people here. Which is fine by me, honestly. Act 1A, the social event of the year. Your friend, May O'Brien, was right. This is the social event of Arkham, and you have front row tickets. With your press pass in hand, oh baby, Brentley Private Security ushers you into the lobby of the opulent auction house. Dark wood chairs and benches with crimson upholstery line the walls. A beautiful chandelier hangs overhead. You wonder if May has already arrived and begin searching for her in the crowd before the bidding starts. 6 clues, 3 clues per investigator required. Oh god, excuse me. Yeah, we'll have a quick look here. I think there's one of each token in the bag. One of each bad stuff token in the bag, yeah. Skulls are -X, the number of relic cards attached to the warehouse, but they only go up to 4. So that presumably that'll increase over time. Cultists, -1, reveal another token. That's rude. Flower, we can pretend that those are frost tokens. The tablets are -2, but then it says -4 instead if this token is revealed during a fight or evade. Really rude. And then the elder things are -2, and then in brackets it says -4 instead if this token is revealed during a parley action. Again, so rude. Okay.
That's actually cool. Copy to player mats.
Ooh, where do you think they... I mean, where do you think it copies to? Oh. Okay, well, I mean, it should have found one, but whatever. That's fine. That's unfortunate.
Oh well, I copied it by hand, so...
Yeah, which I appreciate. Thank you. Okay, I think a quick survey of the auction house is in order still before we do our opening hands, before we take our quick break, before we start. Phew! Crosshair, can I enlist you to tell us a little bit about reception? If you can read the cards, that is. I realize they're not particularly high-res.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, conspicuously expensive first impression. Reveal to impress even the weakest customers.
Perfect. No.
But yeah, it's a to auction house location with a fast action. Turn over this card to read what is written on the auction board.
Ooh.
Fast action to register for the auction. Take a set aside auction battle and put it into your play area. And resign.
Get out of here. Yeah, you
never
were never
into just relics. Anyway.
Exactly. Whatever. Who cares? Yeah, Rex is like, this isn't really my bag. Bye. Okay.
There's also Alice Walcott, an eligible débutant. 113 guest humanoid elite aloof. Parlay, test resources 5.
Yeah,
your hand is on, boy.
No, I think you're right. Yeah, using the number of resources in your pool as your base skill value. So the more money you have, the higher you test. You may only commit wild icons to this check. If you succeed, flip this card over and read the other side.
Yeah.
Or
you can...
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I can't her.
Yeah, parlay to test combat 5. Talk to her with your fists. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, not great.
And a victory 0 enemy. Yeah.
Okay, if she is defeated, record in your campaign log that Alice Walcott has perished, which feels rough. Okay, so if either of us are really rich, we could probably talk to her, you know, in a decent kind of way.
Yeah, or on turn 1.
Yeah, that's true, right? When you're at 5 to 5. That's a good point. We also have here... yeah, tell me about this guy.
Head of Security, Magnus Baker.
Yes, look at him. He's so cool.
Hunter alert. While moving or engaging, Magnus Baker ignores investigators without a token on their investigator card or a weapon in their play area.
Aha.
So if we have been causing trouble or have a weapon out, then they'll be annoyed.
Yeah,
much
then
like
then they hunt, engage, and fight as normal enemies. But otherwise, they're just chilling, which is nice.
Yeah, I think they're like could be aloof otherwise.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't. Weirdly, it doesn't say aloof, but you're right that they ignore investigators.
Yeah, yeah.
So otherwise, yeah, he's just chilling.
Oh yeah, while moving or engaging, meaning that when he's moving or engaging.
Excuse me. Yes, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's a reaction on
and
him.
it's...
Oh yeah, tell me, sorry.
If he does flip the card over, and when it would attack, if you do not have a token on you, discard each weapon asset you control, cancel this attack, disengage, and exhaust.
Okay. So if you take out a weapon, he might attack you, and then if he does, you're allowed to he's allowed to just strip you of your weapons instead of punching you in the face. Again, this is so there's a lot of words to achieve what I think is the desired effect, which is security's only gonna bug you if you are making a scene or waving a weapon around.
Yeah. And the friendly security in the proprietor's office.
Fancy.
Well, we can read them when we get to them.
Yeah, yeah.
But, yeah.
But that's...
The security is basically the same.
Mm-hmm. As in
Location
not coming for us, which is good.
Yeah, friendly security should have been at reception, I think. Because...
I think it's specifically... Where was it here? Yeah, spawn a Brentley security at the proprietor's office. So I think it overrides that spawn instruction, but otherwise...
Yeah, there might be more security in the encounter deck.
I think so too.
And we have the kitchen, warehouse, and you can't enter the warehouse without a friendly staff key.
Which, I mean, I'll assume are kept on the security officers or otherwise some other way. Okay. The auction floor is probably where the auction's going to happen if we register for it, which I mean, I don't want to speak for you.
I think we have to. I think we have to read the auction thing after this because it might become important.
It might become important, yeah. There's some more guests as well. A couple people on the auction floor. Lydia Mikhailov from the intro is here. She's the Eastern European academic who vetted and sort of confirmed the authenticity of all this stuff. She has a parley test because she's avoiding everybody. If you test agility 5 and succeed, flip this card over. She also has if she dies, you record that she's perished. Albert Hennig also has a parley effect, but it's test intellect 5. I'm starting to notice a bit of a theme here. And then there's the final person here. These are all aloof guests, so they don't automatically engage and attack you, which is good. Nikolay
Silver.
Yeah, this guy is test willpower 5. Oh god, he's creepy, man. He's really creepy. This art is horrible. I hate it. Ugh.
Yeah, I was gonna say that JD could play him.
Yeah, I think so. Are we sure he's not part of the Adams extended family?
Yeah. Draganescu.
Draganescu, the Eastern European branch of the Adams family. Okay, so lots of like parlaying tests to do on the board. There's security, but they're not currently interested in fighting us, which is good. We can read what's written on the auction board. We can register for the auction, and apparently we have 2 doom before the auction begins. So yeah, I think Crosshair, you're right. Let's read the auction deck. There's a lot, but we're here together, and we'll try to remind each other what the hell is going on.
You will be instructed to initiate an auction. If there are no resources on any auction battle in play, do not reveal a chaos token. The test automatically fails.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, the lead investigator tests the total number of resources on auction battles X, where X is the cost of the current auction card. Investigators may not commit cards to this skill test. So basically, we put money on auction battles, and then somebody
and then you
tests that.
Right, that versus the cost of the thing that's on display. So I can see here, because it's already available, the ancient keepsake is 1, and the lucky coin is also 1. So if we put... We don't know how to put money on our auction paddles. I presume it'll be fast, but we'll see. So then you would be testing at number of resources you've committed to it to 1, which is... But you can't commit other cards. You can't... It's just like a bit of a luck chaos bag thing. Okay, cool.
Yeah. If it's successful, you can put it into play or hand. Ooh. And at the end of this scenario, you can put them into your deck or donate it to Miskatonic University for study.
Interesting.
Assuming means good stuff.
Yeah, that's... okay, so they're telling you right away as well, if you bid on and buy relics, you get them for the scenario, but also you can choose to keep them for the rest of the campaign, or, like you say, donate them, which I presume will have implications story-wise, or maybe XP-wise, or something, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. And if it fails, all the resources come back.
Ah!
The auction battles, and the auction card is placed into the warehouse.
Okay.
It is no longer considered the active auction card. Okay. And then attach the top card of the auction deck to the agenda as the active auction card.
Right. Cards in the warehouse, attached to the warehouse, also contribute to the skull token becoming worse. So the more we buy, the less the the less the bad the skulls will be. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, sure, fine.
And I believe the ancient keepsake is the first auction item, and then it will be the lucky coin next.
Correct.
And then 9 other auction items.
God, there's so many auctions. So many auctions. Okay, this is good. This is very cool, actually. Well, okay, we're not at a point where we can bid on anything yet, so I'm not even going to bother reading the cards. We have a sense. Rex is here to basically record any fun gossip that's happening, and he's looking for May O'Brien. She hasn't disappeared or anything. She's in the crowd. Maybe he's going to talk to some people. Wendy has snuck her way in Also, maybe to people watch, maybe to do some tricky stuff, and maybe to get one of these spooky relics for herself. Who knows?
Yeah, and her eye is, of course, drawn to the person who is trying to evade everyone. So is probably going to go bother Lydia.
Yeah, I think. Well, aren't we all? I want to point out for people who are listening as well that is rain outside and not hiss on my microphone. Although it might sound very similar, but it's lovely pitter-patter of rain as we engage in the auction. Okay, Crosshair, we've done a ton of setup and prep, I know, but I think it's that time. Let's...
Oh, well, the prep doesn't end there.
Oh god, does it not?
Yeah, because I have a short supply, so...
Can I... Why? What? Oh, there, okay. I couldn't see it because the thing was open on top of it.
But yeah, it's on the first turn.
When your first term of the game begins. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Short supply. Oh, that's going to be fun. All right. Well, I mean, it makes sense that Wendy might have a bit of a short supply here at the auction house. But let's do it. Guys, let's draw our opening hands. Let's get doomed. I actively hate this whole hand. I'm putting it... Crosshair, I'm going crazy. I'm mulliganing all 5. I don't even care. Come on. Something better! Okay. Not quite what I wanted. That's useless here. That's probably good. That's going to be really useful, I think, actually. Okay, I took a full mulligan because I'm insane.
Hey, well, let's see how that works out for me.
Excellent. Should we... I mean, let me ask you, do you want to take a short break before we come back, and then we'll get to it? Is that all right with everybody?
Yeah, I need to toilet and get more coffee and stuff like that. So.
Don't we all? Well, I do certainly as well. Okay, team, we're going to be back in just a couple of moments, and we're going to see how this auction progresses. I mean, it doesn't seem that scary yet, but I'm sure I'll be changing my tune shortly. We'll see you back in just a few minutes on Doomed. Well, hello, and welcome back once again to Doomed. Not so solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. I am joined today by the one and the only, the midweek Adams family monster hunter, the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back. Wonderful to have you here. Okay. We're here in the scenario. Rex has arrived at the auction house looking for May O'Brien, his reporter friend. Wendy is here, having snuck in to do some sort of mischief, I don't know. Now, Crosshair, before we begin, I know Wendy's got a little short supply action going. So much talking, I know, let's play Blanky Cat. Rex has the ability, and the question I have for you, Crosshair, is, do you think Wendy's definitely going to want to try talking to Alice Walcott, the debutante, or is she got other stuff to do? I can assist with the talking to the debutante if you require assistance.
Well, I think someone should look at the auction board and maybe register for an auction, but otherwise Wendy has her sights on Lydia Mikhailov because she's avoiding people, so Wendy, of course, thinks that she needs company. And
has something to hide. Who knows? Okay, cool. In that case, then, yeah, I have the ability to distribute a bit of wealth, but I could keep the wealth for myself, which would then help me with that.
I don't need wealth currently. So.
I don't need your money. I'm the Adams family. Beep. Okay, cool. Well, then, in that case, I mean, I'm happy to start, but you can as well if you want.
You can start, and I can start going through my deck and discard 10 of the top cards. So.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't have the ability to draw you any cards, so it shouldn't make a difference. I will be curious to hear what your 10 discards are, but first...
we can wait.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, if that's all right then. Yeah, I would love to see what they are. So, Rex will see what's written on the auction board. Okay, the early lot... This is really cute. Silver amulet with tree motif, ancient lucky coin, armor with flame motif. Okay, there's lots of stuff. In the afternoon lot, a gilded skull, a jewel-adorned key. These are obviously the auction lots in order. I mean, I shouldn't say obviously, but I think they are in order. Okay. Lots of very cool relics. Well, the ancient tome is called the Blood Rituals of Rilkos. Rex raises an eyebrow at this, like, what was this man doing that he was able to collect so many obviously blood-stained artifacts?
Ooh, a skull.
Ah! I didn't mean to do that. It spawned more clues. I am also going to, just because I can, free trigger, register for the auction. Look, Rex isn't necessarily going to buy anything, but if something comes up, maybe he'll put in a bid, I don't know, just to see what it's like. In here are the auction paddles. So I think it's take one and put it into your play area. It takes up a hand slot. Good to know. Bidders are winners. Limit 1 per investigator. Free trigger. During a parley action you are performing, exhaust the auction paddle. This test gets -1 difficulty. And if it would be discarded, it just gets set aside. It doesn't actually explode or anything.
Right.
Interesting. So you can get another one here at reception. During a parley action you are performing, exhaust it to get -1 difficulty. I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of showing that you're part of the elite and all that.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, well, Rex, if he's being honest with himself, oh, maybe I'll take a look at the stuff on auction, maybe I'll do something. In fact, actually, Rex took out a bit of a loan to come today. He's here as part of the press, but like, maybe, you know, if there's nothing that interests him, he'll just pay the loan back in full. No big deal. This is a Faustian bargain. I have to put 2 curses in the bag? Sorry. Investigators at your location gain a total of 5 resources distributed as you wish. I was gonna take...
Have fun.
Well, do you even want one or no? I literally entirely do.
For future, I could use, but I don't currently need any. But
all right.
I think I'm going to need some in the future. But
okay. Well, I mean, oh god. Okay, well, I guess I'll be greedy then. This is the question, Mikey Cat. I guess we'll find out.
I'll take
I don't
one.
Oh, yes, please take one. Yes, please take one. Yes, sorry. Okay, cool. And now we have 6 and 9 resources between us, which is obviously quite nice.
Nice.
Rich. His name is Rex. Rex, flush with cash from his assignation, his flush with cash from his deal, and newly registered for the auction, is feeling confident. Richie Rex, he's going to try to talk to this lovely, beautiful young woman who's here in the lobby as well. She hasn't gone into the auction floor yet, which tells Rex that maybe she's waiting for someone. Maybe she knows something. Hey, in this line of work, you got to talk to everybody. Parley, test resources 5. So I'm testing 9 to 5 because I have 9 resources. I'm going to use my auction paddle to make it 9 to 4. And let's just, I just want to talk to her. Oh, fuck me. Okay. All right. Well, you know, it still, that's the kind of luck Rex Murphy's working with here, but that still works. So we succeed. If you succeed, flip this card over and read the other side. If you passed the resource test, What a wonderful party. You seem lovely. Not like those stodgy, boring men drooling over dusty books and broken statues. What's your family like? She smiles at you with perfect, even teeth. Rex avoids talking about his family too much and turns the question back on her. Oh, me? She says, surprised. My father is old money and good friends with the mayor. I hope it's not too awkward of me to say, but I hope to see you again sometime. Rex is head over heels, obviously. Record in your campaign log, we impressed Alice Walcott. Flip this card over and put a resource on it. That's nice. That's nice, Rex. Oh, you impressed a lady. Good job, Rex. We impressed Alice Walcott. Okay. And one action left. No reporter would be complete without some way of recording the evidence of the things that he's here. Rex seems to have dropped his notes in a puddle, so he doesn't have them right now. They're drying off in a bag. But he does have this camera, which he will use to just, record the events of the day. And that, Crosshair, is my turn.
Yeah, well, since my turn begins, a short supply triggers, and we discard the top 10 cards of my deck.
Come on, Wendy. You know what you need. Well, so Arkham, we don't, Librarian rather, we don't know if they do, but this is why he's keeping it in his back pocket. By gumption.
That's so bad
So
stuff.
gumptiony. Oh. Yeah, well. Oh, God, okay.
Makes it trap.
These are all nice. Oh, the other, okay, lots of traps in the bin here, yeah. Oh, pair of...
Pair of shoes, the thieves kit.
The other, okay, all right, good.
Another
Arkham giveth, Arkham taketh away. Where are we at?
Cherished keepsake.
Ooh!
Waylay, and... Well, okay.
Yay!
Hit one.
Look, that's... this is also the one we weren't sure what it was, so it's in the bin, and it'll never come back now. Perfect.
Oh. Okay, then. What is Wendy going to do? I'm gonna check the discard pile here. No.
A typical short supply. You assume it's going to hit all your weaknesses and all your cards that should be in the discard pile, and instead, it's just a bunch of trash. Shoes, gold, a whole human.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Wendy tends to lose stuff and forget about stuff, so...
Oh, yeah. No, it's perfect. Also, hi, Arkham Librarian. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. We're starting a new campaign with Rex and Wendy, and I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello. Well, there's no rush. No rush. I guess Wendy should take a auction battle as well.
She's,
just in case.
Yeah, she's registering on behalf of the rest of the Adams' family.
It's a speedy action anyway, so...
Exactly. Plus, if you're going to be talking to people, this is just, it's just nice juice for that.
Yeah.
Correct, Flower. Correct.
Also, before she starts wandering around the auction house, she just casually picks up a black cat with red eyes.
Oh,
from the
God.
floor.
Surely that can't be allowed in the auction house. It's my
Come
emotional
on,
support
Manny.
animal. Yeah. Sorry, did you call her Manny? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Manny.
Oh, nice.
Last name Slaughter.
Oh, God, it's horrible. That's nice.
Yeah, Manny Slaughter.
Manny Slaughter. Ooh. Classic Wendy Adams. Okay, all right, so we've got a cat.
Yeah, that's one. Second action, she's just gonna wander around.
Yeah, perfect. As you do.
Going to the auction floor.
Mm-hmm.
Rows of chairs sit before a table roped off with red velvet cords. Behind the table, on a raised stage, stands a distinguished man in a fine suit calling out for bids. A young woman stands next to him, taking the numbers of the winning bidders and preparing paperwork for the transfer of title.
Perfect.
And there's Albert, Hennig, and Lydia here also, who don't do anything but...
No, but they're fancy folks for sure. Woohoo! Clues.
Ah, there we go. It's a 3-4 location. The rhythm of the auctioneer controls the room. There is a sense of anticipation as he introduces each item, and an exultation as he shouts, going once, going twice, sold!
Amazing.
And there's the action. During your turn, move any number of resources from your resource pool to your auction paddle.
Okay, great. Which, as we've determined already, if you succeed the auction, you have to pay the resources to take control of the thing. But if you don't succeed the auction, they just come back to you anyway.
Yeah.
Also, the auction has not yet begun, but but it will at some point.
Wendy is just gonna move 2 resources on the, might as well. Might as well put some money on that. And
she's preparing to bid for whatever anyway.
Yeah, not even looking at. Yeah, I'll bid on that.
Yeah, $8,000. Oh my God, what?
Yeah.
No,
$50 million.
50 million in 1924. I love it.
Last action. I could attempt to parlay with Lydia.
I think we may as well. I mean, we may as well try, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna exhaust the auction battle. Wendy's just gonna has her eye on Lydia, who is trying to evade everyone. Like, hello, what are you?
Yeah, trying to get her attention. We'll see.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a 4-on-4.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Let's just succeed with it.
I mean, that would be great. Or instead, whoops, right.
Should I?
Of course, yes. Wendy's ability, which Wendy's ability allows you to choose and discard a card from your hand to cancel a chaos token and return it to your bag. Or
I could live and learn.
Right. Okay, she doesn't like it when I talk to her. Maybe I'll just talk near her.
Yeah, Wendy's rather annoyed that she's being ignored, so she's gonna start pulling on her hem like, hey. The auction battle, attempt that test again.
Yeah, that's my question as well. You are taking the same test, but are you reinitiating it? I'm honestly, I mean, I guess I'll just quickly check, but I feel like in my mind you'd have to, cards wouldn't stay committed and stuff, but so it wouldn't be, I don't know, hang on. It's not a new action. You don't have to pay any costs, although anything spent to improve the previous tests are indeed lost at the end of the first test. Does it?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So I think that makes sense to me, is that I don't think auction paddle would work here.
Yeah, so it's basically just a +1.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because her difficulty goes back up to 5, but that brings you up to a 6 to 5. Yeah, perfect. Oops.
Yeah.
Music. We need some sick-ass music for Wendy's inevitable speaking to Lydia. There we go.
Yeah. Let's go with 6 to 5. And as well.
Ooh,
0.
lovely.
There we go.
We lived and we learned.
Yeah. Lydia basically snaps at Wendy like, what?
What the hell do you want, kid? Also, why is there a child here?
Yeah. Oh god, the amount of text.
I'm so happy to take over at any point. You just let me know.
Despite her exquisite dress, Professor Mikhailov seems uninterested in the social somethings of the auction.
Yeah. Niceties, I think, is what I'm seeing on the card.
Other than an amiable discussion with the foreign collector, she avoids conversation and escapes to the periphery whenever possible. You nimbly manage to track her down, and she warms to a short conversation. You discover she was asked by David Brentley and Arkham University to verify the authenticity of the item for sale, which she did. The time period of these relics, their history is simply entrancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, good thing. Imagine someone centuries ago putting on that armor for battle or rubbing that coin for luck. But lives are intertwined with them, but vitality infused into them. Sorry, my passion is embarrassing. I should go observe the items while they're still here. Wendy just stares at the woman.
What the hell are you on about?
Record in your campaign log that you made the acquaintance of Lydia Mikhailov.
There we go. I'm gonna say Wendy made the acquaintance of. Because that's fair.
Turn this card over and put it into the victory display.
Yay! Victory! Okay, cool. So that's 1 XP already in the bank. Nice job, Wendy. Thanks.
Alrighty.
Excellent. Well, that brings us to the end of the investigation phase. Very powerful turn, I would say. Rex managed to impress a young debutante. He's got dreams of, like, marriage or whatever. I'm sure that's not in the cards for him, cursed as he is. The security officers are still on the lookout for any ne'er-do-wells, and Wendy managed to track down the famed Lydia Mikhailov. And yeah, we can skip the enemy phase, because I believe these enemies do not hunt. They are currently ignoring us.
Oh yeah, moving or engaging, yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
So Brentley Security is staying firmly in the proprietor's office. Magnus is firmly by the door. But we can go to Upkeep, where we draw a card, gain a resource. This might be nice.
Oh.
I don't know if I need it right now, but
okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. All right. Let's go ahead and overwrite this. And then, of course, this is the best part of the game. We go to 1 out of 2 Doom as the auction prepares to get underway, and we draw encounter cards. Wendy and Rex are still not a team here, but if it makes sense to you, Crosshair, I think I will start here and pretend I'm the lead investigator. And I will draw first encounter card of the game. A distracting commotion. Suddenly, a fight breaks out. A commotion breaks out at the front door. Rex, having just felt really good talking to Alice, is like shoved and knocked around. Test Intellect 4 or Agility 4. If you fail, you must place one of your clues on connecting location. If you cannot, because, for example, you have no clues, discard 2 cards from your hand. Well, it sucks. I'd rather not, but I don't have any clues, and I'm not going to bother committing anything, so I'm just going to test 4 to 4. And this distracting commotion might indeed push Rex around a little bit. Or, perhaps, he's so honed in from his confidence from succeeding with Alice that it doesn't do anything. Excellent work. Good job, Rex. He helps dispel some of the commotion as he steps aside.
And at the auction floor, there's a gnawing concern.
Ugh.
Gnawing concern into play in your threat area. At the end of your turn, if you did not move at least once during your turn, take 1 horror. After you perform parlay action, discard gnawing concern.
Oh, okay. Wendy's concerned about something, but if she talks to somebody, it'll go away. But if she doesn't run around, she takes horror. Interesting.
Yeah, basically Wendy is, after talking to Lydia, she's like, all the people here can't be this boring.
Oh, her concern is that everyone's too boring.
Yeah.
Like
is there anything interesting in here?
I like that a lot, actually. Welcome, Graspy Loot. Hello, and welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I am joined today, of course, by the Crosshair.
Hello.
Yeah. En bref, Graspy Loot, Rex Murphy, the reporter extraordinaire, has been invited to the auction house by his reporter friend May O'Brien. He's already interviewed a young debutante who seems to have taken a shine to him. Knowing Rex's luck, she's probably just trying to like steal his money or something. But he's registered for the auction. He's got a camera. He's ready to snap some pics of all the gossip. Not with him, but also at this auction is a young Miss Wendy Adams, who is carrying around a cat and has already somehow managed to speak to the academic in charge of the auction stuff.
Yeah, who promptly left right after.
Right, who promptly ran away, exactly. And she's like, well, that's enough weird stuff for one day, bye, and disappears. Okay, we're back around. I mean, we need clues, so I think I'm probably just going to get some clues. Maybe I'll try to talk to Albert, because that seems to be more my bag.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, who could I parlay with? I think best idea is Nikolai.
Yeah, that makes sense. Which, you know, I'm sure Wendy would recognize his cold, dead-eyed stare.
You remind me of my uncle.
Yeah, but actually, yeah.
The dead one.
The dead one, right, of course. Oh, Autumn, hello, welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello.
Sounds good to me. Did you want me to go first, or you want to go first, or doesn't really?
Either way works, really.
Okay.
Like,
I'll start then, and I think Rex might take a detour through. So the proprietor's office, a sign on the door says staff only. There's security in there that reduces your intellect and agility, which is like not great for us generally. The other way, you can go straight to the auction floor, but you can also go through the kitchen. And there's food and chit-chat and laughter. And maybe Rex is thinking, maybe I can get a quote from some of the people who work here at the auction house. Anyway, but first things first, he's going to investigate the reception hall, try to see if there's any things he can, you know, any information he can find out about this auction. I have 4 intellect, so I'm 2 up on this test, 4 to 2. Okay, well, it's -2. It's still a pass, which means we can get a clue. And I would love another one, because then I can start snapping photos here. Rex continues to watch as people come in. He recognizes a few, like, big shots from upstate. 4 to 2. Okay, that's still, it's like just barely a pass every time. This is worth 1 evidence on the Hawkeye folding camera, which increases my willpower. And then last action, I'm gonna move and I'm gonna head into the kitchen just to see what's over there. The smell of fresh
snack.
Sorry? Oh, hopefully a snack, yeah. The smell of fresh bread, salty meat, and pungent cheese waft from the kitchen door, along with the pleasant sound of chit-chat and laughter. Rex is obviously all about people, right? He's all about knowing what people are up to. Hors d'oeuvres are being served, and tall flutes of champagne sit on serving trays. It's another 2 shroud, 2 clue location. Action, mingle with the kitchen staff. Take the set-aside Juicy Gossip card and add it to your hand. Group limit once per game. Group limit once per game. So there's only one Juicy Gossip to be had. It's pretty exciting, though. Okay, that is my turn. Rex is going to try to clean up everything that he can from the kitchen, hopefully next turn. Oh,
yeah.
After all of his cursed attempted investigations, Arkham Librarian, I think Rex has been relegated to like the gossip sheets. The Arkham Advertiser is like, well, we can't afford to fire you, but you really should just be working social events, Rex. All right.
What
are you thinking, Wendy?
I'm thinking. Do I want to go all in on this parlay or clue getting or?
These are good questions. Wendy's concern is that everyone's really boring. Moving would temporarily pause the punishment here, but so would just talking to someone. Getting clues is good because that's what we need, but Rex will hopefully be able to keep doing that. So I'm not trying to help, I'm just sort of suggesting story beats here for you.
Yeah, and the knowing concern goes away even attempting parlay.
Yes, correct, yeah.
But I think I'm gonna still leave it, and Wendy is just gonna mosey along like, there's nothing here.
Boring, yeah.
Walking over to the viewing room to see if there's anything interesting here. Oh, hello, someone new.
Oh shit.
Those with reservations may get a closer look at select items before they go up for auction. Ah yes, the viewing room, not to view the view, but to view the items.
To view the stuff, right. I mean, there probably is a view here as well. The windows look quite nice.
Yeah, it's a 5-4 location. Test agility 4 or fight 4 to skip to the front of the viewing line.
Out of
if
my
you
way.
succeed. Discover 2 clues here, and you may look at the cards in the auction deck and move 1 to the top of the deck.
Ooh! Now, yeah, move to the front of the line, get 2 clues, amazing, but also you can basically tell someone, like, psst, put that one up for auction next. You, like, move it to the front of the line somehow. That's amazing. Okay.
Well, of course, Wendy is gonna go talk to the stranger in the corner, like,
yeah,
you look like my uncle.
Terrifying, sure, yeah, agreed.
Oh, hello, who are you? Let's see if he talks back. It's a parlay test 5. I'm gonna exhaust the auction battle, of course.
Mm-hmm. To make it a 4. That's fair.
Yeah. So it's a 4-4. 4-4.
4-4.
I'm gonna add the meat cleaver. That
you ever seen one of these?
For some reason has with her. Yeah, like, did you drop this one?
Now, if this works, this man is a bit of a weirdo, but I like it. Also, good shout, because I feel like weapons are not necessarily kosher here, so to speak.
Yeah. I was planning on something else also, but it's a bit more risky. So yeah, 5-4.
Oh. Yes. Sorry. I once again, I keep forgetting, and I think it's important to keep reminding ourselves. We can, in the middle of a skill test, when you reveal a chaos token, Wendy can choose and discard a card from hand to cancel it and return it to the bag. Obviously, she can only do this once per test, but also only so many times because she only has so many cards in hand. But get another crack at a test if she wants.
Yeah, I'm gonna put exploit weakness which is a excellent art, by the way.
Yeah, I love this. I love this, actually. Yeah, that's must be Stella in the art. What a badass. Look at those boots.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Knee to the groin.
Yep. Yes, take that!
Because I don't think I'm going to be at a difficulty 0 test in this scenario.
I think I saw those gumptions go in the bin, yeah, so I feel...
yeah. So let's draw another one, see if that 5-4 holds.
Oh, he's not a fan of you trying to exploit his weaknesses, I guess.
No. That's -4. So
okay, all right.
That's a big nope. I do have another action which I could use. Well, it's basically the same test. I could test agility 4 or test 5-4. I'll save the 5-4 when I have the paddle again.
Yes, good shout.
So I'm just gonna test the location, like agility 4.
Yeah, I say why not. I'll point out as well your gnawing concern has disappeared after trying to speak to him, if that interests you.
I'll be back with you in a moment.
Once this auction paddle's fresh and ready to go. Okay, cool, yeah, so we're gonna try to skip to the front of the line.
Yeah, just go and see what stuff lays on the table. Maybe something to pick. Ooh!
Wendy, very nice. Thank you very much, Wendy.
So Wendy basically just shuffles the auction items around a bit.
Makes her way to the front of the line to well, she's short, right? So she's trying to push through the crowd a little bit maybe to see things. If you succeed, discover 2 clues, right? And then you may look at the cards in the auction deck and move one to the top, which would mean that it will be auctioned sooner, if we so care. Excuse me. Probably makes sense to, if anything seems like something you want, the sooner it auctions, the more likely we are to have money to buy it.
Yeah, because it's quite possible that Wendy sees a couple of things.
I wonder what. I wonder how bloodied they are. I mean, jeez, she's creeptastic, but I'm a huge fan.
Just gonna move that sanguine lexicon on top of the pile.
May I see the sanguine lexicon? The book Blood Rituals of Rilkos. A cursed tome, 3 cost, hand slot, power 1. It uses it uses 3 blood. Classic. Okay. Exhaust it, spend a blood, draw a card, discard up to 2 cards. Oh, this is like a cult lexicon, like Daisy had, kind of. For each card discarded, you may either gain a resource or spend a resource to deal a damage. This action is perfect. Hell yeah. Also, this art is, I mean, this is giving me Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem vibes. That book was made of flesh and stuff. It was creepy.
And this book actually belonged to my great grandmother. So when it just wants it,
Rilkos Adams.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying this. Oh boy.
But yeah, that's me.
Great, I love it. It's a good start. Again, the security officers don't seem to have too much interest in us, so we can go ahead and upkeep. We can skip enemy phase, and go to upkeep. Man, I feel like I had stuff in this deck, like actual items, and anyway, that's fine. It's fine. Rex is clearly going to try to buy things.
That's a good pull.
Yeah. Now we go to 2 Doom, which means we advance our agenda.
I believe we are going ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Going once. The sound of the auctioneer's voice rises, and you sense genuine excitement from the gathering as several impressive pieces, including a lexicon made of blood, are escorted from the warehouse to the auction table. You hear energetic whispers from the crowd, and several men in suits lean against the red velvet ropes to get a better view before conferring with their accountants. We'll start the bidding at hint, if you want to buy something, have some resources ready. Makes sense. Agenda 2A, going twice. The auction begins in earnest now, with rare and exquisite antiquities selling amidst aggressive bidding. An authentic suit of armor and other exotic items are up for auction. In the excitement, you start to consider placing a bid on something. There's the same forced effect. When you damage a guest or security, put a set aside so you take a skull token, which then means people are coming to get you, and you place a doom. Forced, at the end of the round, so after upkeep, which is good, we'll gain our resource, initiate an auction. And 7 doom. But that is not now. Unfortunately, the Ancient Keepsake will be up for auction at the end of the round. In the meantime, I suppose we have to draw some encounter cards. Rex is enjoying his mingling time in the kitchen. Sorry, you were going to say? Sorry.
Yeah, because I have 2 resources on the auction battle, we have to, like, go for the coin at the end of the round.
Yes, correct.
Like the end, yeah.
Yeah, and the question is whether... oh, hang on. Sorry, I need to just check the auction rules again, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Lead investigator tests the total number of resources on auction paddles. So both of us can, like, the same resources go in a big pool together. If the auction test is successful, so you spend your money, the investigator that contributed the most chooses any investigator to add the active card to their hand or play area. Okay, so whoever puts the most in gets to choose who gets it, but that makes sense to me. You can give it away to a friend. Okay, cool.
But that Ancient Keepsake is also an excellent, excellent item.
I'm not mad. We love a silver tree. Rex is considering maybe placing a bid on it as well. But in the meantime, of course, he's in the kitchen trying to get some juicy gossip out of the kitchen staff. But what's going to come for him? Oh my god. What is this? Blood haze. Oh my god. Put it into play in your threat area. Siphon. This is the keyword that they mentioned. So when I take damage, I have to place a clue on your location. If you have no clues, discard a random card from your hand. Now, I haven't taken damage, so this does nothing yet. Action, choose and discard 2 cards from your hand. Discard Blood Haze. I presume this is... Rex is starting to feel blood pounding in his skull, but he's chalking it up to the excitement of the auction.
Yeah, and I believe that triggers when anyone takes damage.
Yeah, I feel like it was something at the... Something to do with your location. I'm so happy to check again. Siphon. After 1 and more damage is dealt, that investigator resolves the siphon effect on their cards. Then each other investigator at the same location resolves the siphon effect on each card in their threat or play area.
It's dealt to an investigator, but it's still in the same location. Okay. So yeah.
So siphon is localized somehow.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
It's any damage, but it's local.
Okay, cool. I'm concerned.
Let's see what happens at the viewing area. A haunting presence. Oh, Aunt, is that you?
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, this is... Oh, she knows this person, doesn't she?
Terror. You can't shake the certainty that there are angry spirits connected to some of these relics. Well, that's why I'm here.
No, exactly. What is this? A punishment? This is a reward.
Just brainy brain tree. For each point you fail by, take 1 horror. Fine.
Cool.
4 on 3. Okay.
Oh. Ooh. That was that's on Rex.
It's a maximum of -3 anyway.
Correct. Yeah, this would be a -2 draw another token, but of course Wendy has a choice. She could choose to redraw even a curse, which would also then... It puts it back in the bag, but at least then it doesn't necessarily roll into another token.
Yeah, I don't want to throw anything away currently, so...
Perfect.
I'm gonna take 3 horror, I think.
I think it...
Yep.
Oh, actually, no, hang on. The skull is good right now, maybe?
Yeah, -0.
Hey, okay.
So only 2 horror.
1 even, I think, right? Because you were 1 up to start.
Oh, true.
Hey.
True. That's not so bad.
I mean, look,
just has
her great aunt is creepy as well, so. Like it would scare anybody, even someone like Wendy.
Yeah, it's like, stop spooking me like that.
What are you doing? Exactly. Well, okay. I think I'm gonna probably contribute a bit to this auction, but then we definitely, whether or not Rex knows, I think he's this sanguine lexicon, like this, if it's Wendy's, then he wants to. When is Rex gonna meet Wendy? That's the real question I'm asking myself.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
Somewhere in the future. Well, Wendy is gonna go for Nikolai.
Oh.
But also I think I'm gonna clear out the viewing room, or at least try to.
Oh yeah, there's no limit on this action. Yeah, you can try to do it again. That's true. Incredible.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. Well, you can take your turn basically. Because,
sounds good. Rex is still looking for like hot, juicy goss about any of the people who are here. Is there anything about the von Schreiber estate that's a little weird? Like, oh, some spooky ghost stories. Like, do you know anything about that? So I'm going to investigate the kitchen. I have cards to commit, but I think I'm going to keep them for now. Yeah. 4 to 2. Okay. It's a -2. Yeah. So I'll get a clue. And then I'm going to do it again, because I really want to charge up my camera. Maybe he's going to see if he can, like, snap a photo of some of the staff, just like a candid shot. That's still a -2, so we're okay. I will get the other clue. Get some more evidence on the camera. This is evidence not of wrongdoing or anything, but it's, yeah. And then I'm going to, I guess, mingle with the kitchen staff. Take the set-aside juicy gossip card and add it to your hand.
I can't see it then, because it's in your hand.
Aha. In fact, then I will slam it in my hand here. Ooh, this is juicy. So maybe he'll know something that'll help with speaking to somebody, potentially.
Yeah.
Wow, damn, Rex, that is juicy. So he's managed to... He's found out a little bit about, you know, like, some of the history of... Not the history of the items themselves, but that there's a lot of... Collectively, there's a lot of stories around these artifacts. Stories of doom and blood and all of those things. I agree, Blanky Cat. It should be. And I think that's a typo. It's got to be a typo. Yeah, it's a typo. For sure. Not a typo. It's a mistake. It's got to be a skill card.
Unless it's for balance reasons.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, maybe. Well, I won't... I will read the flavor text on it, Crosshair. It says, whoever gossips to you will gossip about you. Which is... Rex knows he's given up a little bit of himself and his own dignity to the kitchen staff. But... he's also figured out what he needs to do. Ooh, and we now have enough clues to advance the act as well. We don't have to do that yet, but we can at some point.
Oh yeah, we can advance any time because there's no trigger. It's a 3-act thing, so we should probably at the start of next one.
Yeah, that works. We'll do one. Auction. Well, you have a turn as well, and then we'll do an auction and do a mythos, and then we'll advance and see what we are trying to do here.
Yeah. So let's start by doing the survivor thing, which we all like.
I like the survivor thing.
Scrounge for supplies.
Here in the famous auction room, she's like trying to steal like grift little things from, I don't know, children maybe?
Yeah, she's just gonna look around for things that might interest Nikolai.
Ah, makes sense. Things that might interest Nikolai.
Yeah.
You like this? This is a mummified hand. Yeah, but do you like it? God damn it. I love it.
Did you know my father used to have a wound like this, showing a skull with an arrow pierced through it? He's fine, mostly.
Yeah, mostly.
Well, that's what Wendy is going to do. She's going to try to parlay. I'm just gonna test 5 to 4.
Oh, okay. So no paddle, not yet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the second action because the scrounge for supplies was 1. So 5 to 4. Yeah.
All right. That's a
nope.
Woof.
That's a nope. But we live and learn.
Ah, I see.
And then we auction battle.
Okay, I see. Right, so she's again trying to learn a little bit about what Nikolai's, what does he like, why might he be interested in talking to her, etc.
Yeah, he wasn't interested in the skull, so maybe Wendy's showing the bloodied grimoire, like, does this remind you of anyone?
Yeah. This must remind you of your childhood.
Blood?
I mean, I'm sure they've found their, I'm sure they've found something fancy.
So that's 7 to 5 now, if I'm
6 to 4, if I'm not mistaken. It's still 2 up. I think it's 2 up. Is because you're the test goes down.
6 to 4.
That, yeah.
And it's a new test. I don't need to use action for it.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Which is quite nice, honestly. Oh, delicious. Now this grimoire. Oh my! He starts talking. He starts blabbing his mouth up. Blood out of my way.
Ugh. Do you want to read this one?
Sure. Nikolai is an intimidating but charismatic man. You work up the courage to strike up a conversation with him, or show him the correct bloodied artifact. I am very curious about this collection, he says with an exotic accent. Okay. Professor Mikhailov contacted me after authenticating the items. The Dragonescu family crest has not changed in centuries, you see, and several of the items bear that crest. Oh. I was skeptical of correspondence from a stranger in America and whether such things could resurface after so long on the other side of the world. After reading the descriptions, I believe several of the items to have once belonged to my family, stolen by a disreputable coachman. So I made the journey to see for myself. He looks around and sips his champagne. It has been a joy to get away from my family and taste the pleasures of the new world. Recording your campaign log, Wendy made the acquaintance of Nikolai Dragonescu. I'm going to pretend that's how it's spelled.
Yeah.
And then it goes in the victory display. Yay! Dragonescu. Like a dragon.
Yeah, and Wendy, of course, invites the man for dinner later that evening at the Adams estate.
As you do. Yeah, of course.
And might as well as I'm on... Oh, right. If this skill test is successful...
You have to commit that to the test. Sorry to interrupt. You have to... I'm happy to have said you would have.
Yeah,
although it was a willpower test anyway, so I don't think you could. Yeah, it was a brain test.
Oh, right. It works like that.
Yeah, so you commit it to the test, and then if the test is successful.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Cool.
No problem.
No,
because... I am going to test the viewing room. Actually, the thing might as well.
Yeah, might as well.
So that's 4 on 4 to start with. Should I go all in?
I mean, I guess it depends on how much she feels that she can get away with in here.
Yeah. Is she planning to murder anyone? Well.
No, well, certainly not yet, right?
Yeah. Resourceful and waylay.
Aha, nice, I see. Okay. So
So
this is +3 agility on this test. Lovely.
yeah. 74.
Oh, delish.
Yeah.
Ooh! Yeah, Arkham.
Choose one card from your hand. Okay.
Okay,
I'll choose this.
Oh.
Fine.
That's unfortunate.
Screw you too.
That does yeah, no, it does happen. That is, I mean, it does feel pretty classic.
Annoying.
but annoying. I would agree with that.
Yeah. No gumption for me.
No, not yet. Not yet. Anyway.
Yeah, it's all gonna go bye-bye soon anyway.
That is probably a good point. Oh god, I forgot. Oh my god, you're right. Oh no. Okay, well let's we cross our fingers then and hope for some sort of miracle. Again, in the enemy phase, security is keeping a close eye on things, but there are no enemies. Wendy's a little creepy, but there's no enemies.
Yep.
And we can go to upkeep. Lovely. Oh, crazy.
Nice. This is like perfect. Perfect draw.
Ah, perfect. Well, speaking of perfect draws, we go to the end of the round. We are initiating an auction. On auction, a silver coin with a tree engraved in it and some strange pictograms. Will I start the bidding at, say, $5 American? I don't know. So we have resources on paddles. So it says the lead investigator tests, but I'm going to say whoever has the most resources can test. Like, we can't, actually. Yeah,
it actually matters because
matter,
I can redraw tokens.
That is true. So then maybe you're right, because maybe that's, I guess that's part of it then. Okay, fine. Well, I'll do the testing in this case.
Yeah.
But
you're the adult after all.
Yeah. my terrible luck. So I'm testing 2 resources versus the 1 of the keepsake. And if we succeed, well, let's see what happens. We succeed. So the resources on the auction paddles are discarded. The investigator who contributed the most can choose to add it to someone's hand or put it into their play area. And then we attach the next card to the auction.
Oh, it's a direct damage or... Oh, this basically can change direct damage into direct horror.
Mm-hmm. You can treat it
non-direct.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, potentially very nice, depending on your deck's makeup and number of allies and so on. It also says free trigger, remove it from the game to draw 3. It's quite nice.
Yeah. Because do you want this? Probably not. Like anything direct damage into non-direct damage is nothing basically.
Yeah, it doesn't make a huge difference to me, and I'm very happy for Wendy to have bought this for herself.
Yeah, because I'm gonna use the fast trigger straight away then.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think. Yeah, there'll be. Yeah.
Or at some point.
Right. I was gonna say, yeah. I think there's gonna be a window. Oh, fuck, I always forget when it is during the mythos phase. There's a window after we draw our encounter cards, or during a skill test on the encounter cards as we go to 1 out of 7 doom. We also have enough clues to advance, so we're gonna maybe do that as well. But first, Rex is
and the right.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I attached the Sanguine Lexicon, which, whether or not Rex understands or knows, this is a Wendy Adams family original, apparently. Or so she says, anyway.
Well, Wendy doesn't have many cards to play, so she might go all in with this one.
Oh. It's true, isn't it? In the meantime, as Rex is preparing to head out onto the auction floor to see what strange magical relics there are there, he feels that strange blood haze still pounding in his brain. For once called forth, it must feed upon the summoner's very lifeblood. Each investigator with one or more non-weakness treachery cards in their threat area takes a direct damage. If no damage is dealt, this card gains surge. Okay, so a sanguine tithe. Rex starts to, his vision blurs, and as he steps out of the kitchen and around the corner, out of view of others, he drops to the ground. His hand gets cut on the jagged wall, and he somehow feels a little bit better about this. I'm taking a direct damage, which means I have to trigger all of my siphon effects. Siphon, place a clue on your location. Okay, well that's annoying, but fine. I'll just try to get that back. Actually, that's really annoying because I now need to pick it back up before we can advance. No. All right, that was my encounter card. Rex's head is thrumming with blood.
Let's see what happens. Yeah.
Ooh.
Hearing fear. Terror. If there is a copy of Chilling Fear in your set, gain surge. Put Chilling Fear into play in your threat area. The first time you perform one of the following actions, engage, parlay, or investigate each round, it costs one additional action.
Engage, parlay, or investigate. Okay.
Yeah, at the end of your turn, test brain tree. If you succeed, discard Chilling Fear. So, okay. Even after meeting someone actually interesting, Wendy is just like, this place is too public. There's too many people, too many fancy people.
Yeah, what if someone gets their hands on my great-great-grandmother's lexicon before I do? Something like that.
Yeah, and everyone is so nice and proper and...
Ugh, gross! So...
But yeah, I'm just gonna throw the keepsake away, like when he looks at the keepsake like,
who needs this?
Yeah.
Blanky, thanks so much for joining us. I agree with you. This has been a lot of fun so far, but hopefully we'll see you around next time on Doomed.
Yeah. During the week or next Saturday or...
Exactly.
Discord.
Removed from the game even, I think. Isn't it? Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if that makes it. That might make a difference to you, actually, I suppose.
Because if it's in my deck, we might be able to donate it to the museum.
Yeah, what does it say here? Cards gained this way may be added to your deck at the end of the scenario or donated to the museum. It's not super clear to me whether that means... Because I don't know if, like, you have gained it, but the question is whether you will still have it if it's removed from the game. I don't know.
It's just one.
Fuck it. Woo!
Let's draw 3. Oh, okay.
Is it the bad? No, okay, no bad stuff. This is good. This is good.
No bad stuff. No bad stuff. Actually, good stuff.
Oh. Well, that's nice.
If I had the resources for it. But, but that's a good draw also.
That's good.
All good, all good.
Well, Rex plans to, try to stem his bleeding, pick up his clue, and head back to the auction floor. Maybe, if once we get this clue back, we'll be able to, maybe I'll get a few more clues before we advance the act too, who knows.
I do have 2 clues also, so...
Yeah. The thing is, the treachery dropped one,
right.
So yeah, I have to pick this back up before we advance. Although I will say, if you want, I could do that action 1, we could advance, and then see, or we could just take another whole round before we continue.
Yeah, either works. Are we planning to wrap up around 30?
Yeah, I would say, yeah. I think at some point in the next 30 minutes or so, I would say, whatever feels like a natural ending point.
Yeah.
That seems good. I also want to make sure that Rex ends up on the auction floor so he can actually contribute some money to this sanguine lexicon.
Yeah. I guess you go first then.
Okay, perfect. Well, just like he's forgotten a few things that he sort of wrote down or took photos of in the kitchen, and thankfully he's still holding on to that juicy gossip he learned. But the first thing we have to do is get the clue back that we dropped. I have 5 intellect now because of the Hawkeye. Rex is really just trying to get all of the information about all of the most important people here, just to see if there's anything that he's like missing or that he needs to learn. I'm just gonna test 5 to 2. Okie dokie. We get the clue. And then the question is, do we advance now or not?
I'll leave it. I guess advancing is a good thing now.
Yeah,
that
we should see what it is,
action.
right? And then we still have our actions just in case something horrible happens. Okay. Act 1B. Where is May O'Brien? Obviously, Rex has now kind of like got his head back on straight. He's heading to the auction floor, but where the hell is she? If May O'Brien is at Brentley's auction house, she's not in the public auction area. You have a feeling something's not quite right. Just as you start to give up on your search, you notice a security guard furtively slip through the warehouse door. You look around to see if you're being watched, then try to follow behind him, but the door is locked. This could be normal procedure for securing valuable artifacts at auction, but you suspect something more sinister is afoot. You're still thinking about what to do when you see the owner of the auction house, David Brentley, step into his office. If there are any non-elite security enemies in the proprietor's office, which I believe there is, choose one and shuffle it into the encounter deck. Spawn the set-aside David Brentley enemy at the proprietor's office. He's non-elite, right? That security guard?
Yeah.
Non-elite security enemies? Yeah, choose one and shuffle it into the encounter deck, which I will do. So he's obviously sent his security guy away. David Brentley. Oh, sorry, I'll read Act 2 first. Act 2A, something more sinister. If you're going to find out what's going on, you'll need to find a way into the warehouse, hopefully without calling too much attention to yourself. Forced, after you defeat a security enemy, take the set-aside Brentley staff key and put it into your play area. Objective, after the warehouse location is revealed, immediately advance, and then it says the auction will conclude if it hasn't already. So we have, well, we certainly have a number of rounds before the auction. I don't know if the auction will also conclude at the end of this agenda maybe or something, but we need to get into the warehouse and then the auction will be concluded.
Yeah.
Okay. Rex is
And
going to... Oh, yeah, sorry.
To do that, we have to defeat either Magnus Baker or one of the security guards or David Brentley, but I'm guessing the parlay action also has something to do with it.
Yeah, David Brentley, the second-generation proprietor, is also a security enemy. It is not the crook who is to be feared most. It is the honest man who doesn't know what he's doing. There's a parlay here. It says investigators at this location as a group may place up to 2 clues they control on David Brentley. If there are at least 4 clues on David Brentley, flip this card over and follow the instructions on the other side. So, 2 actions, 4 clues, and then something then we've talked to him enough. I don't know what that means, but okay. So it looks like we're going to need a few more clues-aroos. Rex is going to head... Well, I mean, as we mentioned, of course, he was already heading towards the auction floor looking for May. The warehouse is still locked, so he's going to do a little poking around here, see what he can find. Free trigger, during your turn, move any number of resources from your resource pool to your auction paddle. are... What do you think? 5? 5's pretty good. We want to buy this. We want to buy this lexicon, right? I think there's going to be...
Yeah, the thing is that I'd rather Wendy try to get it, so... Because I can then discard and try it again.
Oh, yes. Well, if the auction test is successful, the investigator can choose anyone to take the card. So I could...
Yeah,
there's a...
But just meant that it would be better if Wendy tried the test with her ability.
Right, so you want to have more resources on the paddle than I do.
Oh, right, but it's the elite investigator who tries it.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I feel like there's a good story beat here, which is like, if we do get it, he'll maybe be forced to talk to Wendy because she'll try to get it from him, and so I don't know. I think like there's a fun story beat in there.
Or actually steal it from him.
Or steal it. Oh, I like that. Well, I'm gonna say fuck it. I'm gonna put 5 resources on my paddle.
Yep.
And then, with my last action, let's see how this works. I'm gonna talk. Rex is looking around for someone very particular. Albert Hennig, the collector of antiquities. I couldn't live a week without a private library. Indeed, I'd part with all my furniture and squat and sleep on the floor before I'd let go of the 1,500 or so books I possess. Rex overheard something very interesting in the kitchen. He's going to try to get a candid interview with Albert as the auctioneer is... as the auctioneer... What a dweeb. Yes, Autumn. As the auctioneer is, making sure that the small child who seems to be picking up the ancient keepsake is, as the next lot is being prepared, he's going to worm his way over to Albert Hennig, and I'm going to use the auction paddle and my juicy gossip that I overheard. Mr. Hennig, do you want to make a statement about the alleged academic fraud that you took part in? I don't know. How juicy are we talking here? Maybe it's a sex scandal. I don't know. Maybe it's a sex scandal. Yeah. Yeah, he says he likes his books, but I think he also likes the company of lots of people. I don't know. This juicy gossip is so juicy. I'm committing it during a parley action. When it ends, remove juicy gossip from the game. But it's got 3 wild icons. So I'm testing it 8 to 4. Because I would love to get this guy on record. Hell yeah. Obviously, Rex's question stops him cold. And he turns and ready to speak to him. So you have an eye for antiquities, he says as he notices you perusing the auction notice board. Okay, well, obviously this is after he's addressed the rumors of the sexual scandal that Rex is trying to pull out of him. Anyway, I myself have recently started collecting Eastern European relics, far more interesting than fine wine, my prior hobby. As my good fortune would have it, a complete collection like this doesn't come along very often. I'll take home as much as possible, but I have my eye on a few beauties. The bad news is there's nothing else to do in this town. Or no one else, I guess, as Rex rolls his eyes. It seems everyone has found occasion to show up and spend some money. I hope they spend it early, because if I'm right, the good stuff is yet to come. Gross. Record in your campaign log that Rex impressed Albert Hennig. Flip this card over and put a resource on it. Alright, okay. And that's my turn.
Yeah, and that's all of them.
Everything is talked to, other than David Brentley, I guess.
Yeah. Engage, parlay, or investigate. But this test in the viewing room is not one of those.
It's none of those. Skipping to the front is not a test. Not a... Yeah. So
first off, Wendy is going to just play around with a deck of totally normal cards.
Like just a regular 52 kind of pickup deck kind of thing? Or...
Yeah, 52 totally normal cards.
Okay, they don't have any magic powers at all, I'm sure.
No. And just fiddles around with the moon card, so to speak.
18. Also, hello, Audio Gunner. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I am joined today by famed Wednesday Adams impersonator, the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
All
famed. Right. Okay.
Love this. Okay, so she gets... I guess the moon is giving her some sort of power. Yeah. I don't know, Flower. I'm scared.
The moon is rising. Such a beautiful sight that could crash into this world.
Excuse me.
But yeah, that brings my agility to 5. And then I'm gonna test the
viewing room, skipping to the front of the line.
Yeah, once again. So it's gonna be a 5 against 4, but nothing else, nothing more.
Too bad, so sad. Oh.
I'm not gonna waste the ability on this one.
Mm-hmm. It's just a regular old people not letting her push by. She's obviously looking to get her lexicon. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
We don't need clues anyway. So
it does have a victory point on the location if it is cleared of clues, which I leave to your. I mean, I think Rex will want the clues. Oh, also we need clues to put on David Brentley, unless we beat up one of the security guards, which is a fair play as well.
But more so, Wendy is just gonna have a look at her amulet.
Oh, lovely.
Just gonna sit for a while in the viewing room, wondering why the hell she bothered to come here, except to get Manny back.
Well, of course, yeah. I mean, Manny crept in, and then she's got her back at least. You may play the topmost event in your discard pile as if it were in your hand. Aha! Okay.
Yeah. Not commit, but I can play it.
Yeah.
So, Waylay happens to be the topmost event.
Awesome. And so if that ends up being of value, you can play it from the discard pile. Any and all events that are now played go at the bottom of your deck instead of the discard pile, which is cool too.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that was action number 3. At the end of the turn, test Braining Brain 3. If you succeed, discard Chilling Fear. Okay. Straight up.
Okay then. Ooh.
Maybe not.
Well,
I don't really mind
to chill, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't really mind it currently.
That brings us to the end of the investigation phase. Once again, the security officers don't have any problem with us. The auction is progressing well. We get to upkeep before we take the auction test, which is nice. Not that I have time to... Hang on, is there a free trigger here? Probably not. Oh, during your turn, you can put money on your paddle. Okay, well. However, it is now the end of the round, which means it is time... Shall I start the bidding for this one at 300 American dollars? I don't know, whatever. How much would a lexicon made of the blood and flesh of unwilling participants cost? I don't know. I don't know. But we are going to test this. It's I have 6 resources on my paddle versus the 3 cost of the book, and let's see what happens. Well, okay. Rex kind of just sticks his paddle up in the air, not really like he's excited to be here, you know? He doesn't know what's going on. And all of a sudden, all eyes in the room are on him as he feels the auctioneer calling him forward and pushing this horrible book towards him. Excuse me. The The investigator that contributed the most chooses any investigator to add the active card to their hand or put it in their play area. Now, what happens next, Crosshair? That's my question. This feels important.
I think that Rex thinks he's going to put it in his bag and maybe planning to donate it to the museum later. But for some reason, when he gets out of the auction estate, it's not there.
Yeah, I think I like the... I mean, I'm gonna... Well, oh, sorry, this could go in your hand, too, if you didn't want it to play, I realize. But you can also put it into play directly. For free.
Yeah, so. I think it's... yeah.
Okay.
For free sounds nice.
I tend to agree. So I think... Yeah, Rex basically, like, puts it in his bag and starts to make his way out to the door. And as he's almost there, Mr. Magnus Carlson stops him just to sort of be like, "Oh, did you have a good time, sir?" And he goes, "Yeah, I bought this strange..." Checks his book bag. It's gone. And as he turns around, he sees that small young woman? Teenaged girl? Disappear back into the crowd, a glimpse of a red book tucked under her arm. "Stop, thief!" He's gonna try to chase her down. He's gonna try to chase her down, hoping that maybe... Well, she's a thief, obviously. She stole it from him, and he's gonna try to get it back.
Yeah, what book?
Hopefully. We get to 2 doom out of 7. I can't wait for them to actually, like, you know, meet and work together and try to figure it out. See what's going on. We go to 2 doom out of 7. Rex back on the auction floor, desperately looking around, trying to cut this thief off at the pass. This is less good. So this is, I guess, as he's trying to push past someone, an accountant for one of the richer patrons here. He accidentally knocks the guy to the floor and his glasses crack. Test combat 4 or agility 4. If you fail, take a damage and lose an action. Oh god. All of a sudden, the people are all over Rex. There's just like fighting, breaking out everywhere. I have 3 agility. I guess try to have an inquiring mind, which is 3 wild icons. So I guess I'm gonna test 6 to 4, and I guess I hope that we can get our way out of... Oh! +2. You may instead choose to fail to draw 3 cards. So if he gets beat up, he could get a bunch more cards. But I think I'm gonna choose to pass to not lose an action and all of that. Rex nimbly steps out of the way of an oncoming, like, fist to the side of the head, a haymaker, and manages to duck back into an alcove on the side of the auction floor. Oh my god, people are getting really worked up over all of these materials. He thinks to himself.
And meanwhile, Wendy, after finding her family book of cooking recipes...
Oh, is that what this is? Oh, okay.
It's just
Take 1 blood.
1 blood, 2 eyes of a sinner. Stir carefully. This is one disgruntled-looking person.
Lays an arm on her, just like, "Hey, what's that book?" Like, oh god, okay. So what is
Adams. It's disgruntled security, a 3/2 security humanoid. If you are attacked by disgruntled security and you do not have a token on your investigator card, rather than taking damage from disgruntled security, you may instead discard all resources and weapon assets from your play area, then disengage and exhaust disgruntled security.
Okay, so if they're not actually supposed to be after you, you can basically pay him to strip you of your weapons, if you have any. And then he'll go away, but, you know, not forever.
Yeah, if you do not have a token.
Yes, correct, yes.
And then there's a parlay action. Test brain or fight 3 to convince disgruntled security to pick an easier target. If you succeed, exhaust disgruntled security and do not ready during the upkeep phase this round. If you succeed by 2 or more, discard disgruntled security.
Okay. So if say you don't want to fight a guest or a security, because then you would get that token and then Magnus starts to come for you or whatever, you could instead, as it says here, right, parley to convince it to pick on someone else, and it will do so for a while.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. That brings us back around to the investigation phase. Rex is obviously still looking for this, like, little urchin who stole his book.
When did we get the token?
The agenda says when you damage a guest or security. Wendy.
Because when it just got her book and
well, I mean, that is what it does. I mean, look, there's evasion, there's convincing, and there's blood magic. Really, all things are equal for Wendy Adams of Adams family fame.
Yeah. But also a parley action is possible, so...
Yes, that is true too. So there's a lot of possibilities here.
There's also waylay, you know.
There is also waylay. That's true.
Does it say defeat? When
Damage.
you damage a guest or security, so defeating isn't damage.
Correct. Yes, that's correct. So
if Wendy were to use waylay, the enemy would be defeated, but not damaged.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. You waylay him and push him out a window, but he wasn't damaged. Or something. Choose an exhaust.
He fell.
Yeah. Choose an exhaust. Oh, yes, right. This was in the core set, I think, back in the day. People were like, how do I play with Wendy? She doesn't have any combat. And you're like, how about instead? You just use agility. So you choose an exhausted non-elite enemy at your location. Test agility X. X. So you evade them again, essentially. And if you succeed, as you point out, they are defeated. It does cost 3 resources. Is the other
that's the thing. And stray cat, I can discard stray cat and automatically evade a non-elite.
Yes, also very true.
So basically, I have many ways to get rid of disgruntled security, which is totally normal for Wendy.
Yes, a totally normal way for an urchin to deal with these things. Question for you, Crosshair, for timing-wise, do we want to do one more round before we call it for the day? Or is this the appropriate cliffhanger of the security guard clamping his big meaty hand down on Wendy's shoulder?
Oh yeah, he is engaged with me, so attacks of opportunity happen.
Yeah, correct.
But I also only have 2 resources. So if I play something with 2 resources, he attacks me, but then I can disengage and exhaust it.
Why would you disengage? I'm not sure if I understand that part. Oh, because if you're attacked,
yeah,
rather than taking damage. Yes, right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I play something, let's say, if I play now something with 2 resources, I'm at 0 resources, which triggers attack of opportunity by disgruntled security, which means that I have to discard all weapon and resources, and disengage and exhaust.
Yes.
So it's basically free. I take 1 damage, but...
Well, except instead of taking damage, you discard all resources and weapons. So in fact,
right.
Yeah, this is actually like it's quite. It's definitely an idea. I think it could work well.
Yeah, because I have a card that I want to play because it's a good card.
#good card. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that might be the act. I'd rather get this done so that I don't have to remember in a couple of days or a week from now.
Of course, yeah. May I use the washroom while you take your turn? Is that okay? I will leave the stream running, I promise.
Cool. Yeah.
Is that all right?
I'm just gonna try and play this.
Okay.
Yep.
You try and play
Sounds
your
good.
card. Sounds good. I'll be right back. Please continue to enjoy Wendy Adams and hers insane luck here at the auction house. I'll be right back.
So Wendy, known to deal with security before, just gonna play stealth. The stream can't see stealth, but stealth is basically an asset, talent, and with an action exhaust stealth evade, the chosen enemy gets -2 evade for this evasion attempt. If you successfully evade, the enemy disengages with it, but do not exhaust it. Until end of turn, that enemy cannot engage you. So that's for future, but because I played a card, attack of opportunity happens with disgruntled security, but instead of him attacking me, I'm gonna discard all my resources and weapon assets, which I have none, and exhaust disgruntled security. Basically, Wendy is going to showcase this disgruntled security, her ability to slip away without anyone noticing. As my second action, I'm going to attempt the viewing room test, which is a 5 to 4. Straight up, nothing to it. Because it's not an engage, parley, or investigate action. So chilling fear doesn't trigger. That is -2. Yep, fail. And I'm gonna try it again. -3. So nothing happens. Actually, on that last one, I'm going to, when you use Wendy's ability, which is when you reveal a chaos token, choose and discard one card from your hand, cancel that token and return it to the bag, reveal a new chaos token with once per test. And I'm going to disregard improvised shield.
Oh, toss away that improvised
to
shield.
reveal a automatic success because Wendy's amulet is in play.
I love that. I feel like I've missed a real powerful turn here.
Well, basically, I played stealth.
Okay.
So basically showcasing the disgruntled security that I wasn't even here.
Yeah.
You know, I was on that side of the house when that thing happened.
Exactly. Look at this other beautiful artifact I have that I bought from the auction house.
Have you seen that weird investigating reporter guy on the other
He's making trouble. Oh, come on. Okay.
Because Wendy took his lexicon, or her lexicon.
Right, correct. It belongs not in a museum, but in my family home. So, and then so rather than taking damage, you discarded all your resources and weapons, disengaged and exhausted security. Perfect.
Yeah, which I had none.
Right, perfect.
Because,
which worked out very well. And then, tell me, yeah.
Then I tried the viewing room thing, failed.
Oh.
Okay. And then as my last action, I tried the viewing room again, and then failed that, then used Wendy's ability to throw away improvised shield, which can only be played from your discard pile.
So good thing to throw away, for sure. Okay.
Yeah. And That drew me the Elder Sign,
Oh.
which means, because I have the amulet in play, it was an automatic success.
You got those last 2 clues, got us a victory point. Lovely.
Yeah.
And of course, if you so choose, you may look at the cards in the auction deck and move one to the top before you end your turn and test Chilling Fear as well.
Yeah. Is there anything you might need?
Rex likes intellect boosts. He likes... I don't think I'm going to often have stuff in my body slot or arcane slots. He likes things that put down clues, or... I'm just trying to think of what sort of stuff there is. It'd be real nice if if Wendy was like, here, you take this one.
How about that one?
Yeah. Uses. Place an additional... I don't know how many... I honestly don't know how many cards I have that have uses, but I probably will get some.
You have curse tokens, right?
Yes, I have a Faustian bargain. Yes, correct.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, because the other stuff... Well, basically, you could also look at these things, because... That one was at the top.
Oh, okay, cool. Yes, of course. Armor of the Sacred Flame. Just strap that to the strap that to the reporter. Why don't you? Excuse me.
It would maybe make sense that instead of the book, Wendy left a tarot card in Rex's pocket. But...
Of course she did. Of course she did. And he's like, what the hell is this?
Otherwise, there's like blessed stuff, and that doesn't feel quite Rexy.
Doesn't feel... No, I mean, he is indeed cursed, and I wonder if he would try to take a blessed relic for the purposes of... Oh, I see. Yeah. I mean, that's actually quite funny.
Unless you don't have uses on cards.
I have XP ideas that involve uses, so I am A-okay with this.
Yeah, and there's other stuff still coming, so...
True, yeah, and we can decide... To a certain extent, we can decide when we stop the auction. Kind of. I know there's probably this agenda will continue, and then something to do with the act when we advance the act. Okay, cool. This is great. This is good.
Yeah.
Lovely. Stealthy. Yeah. Stealthy Wendy. And then the fear is still chilling, but hopefully a little less so.
Oh, right. 4 against 3.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Fine.
Well, it's
not gonna push my luck.
it's gonna be with you for a while, but the hope is maybe you won't need to parley or investigate ever again. We'll see.
There's only a 10% chance that a lot of my cards go away, but...
Yeah, that is rough stuff for sure. How much does Rex want this lucky coin that's up for auction? Commit lucky coin to a test as if it were a skill card. Okay. Cancel all bad stuff tokens revealed. If an elder sign or blesses... Okay, well, we don't have any bless, but whatever. Return it to the hand. If a tentacle is revealed, cancel the effects of this test and attempt it again. Ooh.
It's basically an automatic success.
That's pretty
card.
Sweet, actually, yeah. Oh, okay, cool. And then, right. So you have to have it in play so that you can then use the free triggered on it as if you were committing it, but it's a coin that's lucky. Okay, cool. I think I'm gonna...
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't be just spending my money willy-nilly, but I think I am.
I shouldn't, but I am.
I shouldn't, but I'm going to. Rex is putting some money on his auction paddle. Let's see if we get this. But in the meantime, Rex also believes quite strongly that he needs to try to track down this urchin who stole his quote-unquote lexicon. And then maybe David Brentley can open up the warehouse if he speaks nicely enough. Basically, I'm going to try to investigate the auction floor. See if we can find out anything that we need. Indeed, trying to deduce the best way forward. This brings my intellect up to 6 to 3. Okay, I succeed by 1, so I'll get 2 clues. And then I think I'm just going to keep investigating because I need a bunch of clues for Mr. Brentley if we're going that path. That's nice. Yeah, let's just do it. I'm just going to go again at 5 to... excuse me, 5 to 3. Yeah, 5 to 3. Oh, that is a -2. I will take a clue. And one more. Rex is basically just, again, he's interviewing people. He's using his powers of observation to try to deduce who the most powerful people in the room are and how he can cozy up to them. 5 to 3 last time. That is a mega success, but there's only 1 clue left, so I can't use my reaction anyway. But I will take this last clue. Takes a photo of the auction floor. And got some clues. Very nice.
Excellent.
Excellent indeed. No enemies are ready and hunting, but during upkeep...
But they will be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Where
Hey,
are you going?
where are you going? Hey, get back here! What the hell did you try to... What were you trying to say about that... What do you... Yeah, I think I saw you with that book. I don't know. Graspy Loot, it's a good question. I will say, Rex, I haven't seen any allies, so you don't know what I have. That's all I'm going to say about that. Ooh, that's nice. Whoa. Great art. Okay. It is now the end of the round, which means it is once again time to bid on a lucky coin. Forged in the Roman era? The guy gives a spiel. Rex feels that perhaps his cursed nature, his cursed luck might just be time for it to turn around. I'm going to test 3 to 1. Just, but I'll take it. I'm going to take this cursed coin. Or, sorry, blessed coin. It's a blessed coin. I'm going to put it into play. And I'm taking it. Sorry, Wendy. Which then, of course, attaches our next... The Ace of Cups, Forever Young, which, of course, Wendy, stuck in Rex's pocket and then, I guess, put up for auction as well. Or a different tarot card, maybe.
No, you weren't bidding for the book. You were bidding for this.
Yeah, you wanted this coin, didn't you? Okay, it brings us around again to the Mythos phase, 3 out of 7 Doom. My suggestion, of course, is we do our Mythos Crosshair, and then we pause the scenario here as we get ready to, I don't know, talk to David Brentley, maybe deal with a security guard, who knows?
Or talk.
Or just,
in quotation.
Talk to the security, exactly. I'm going to go ahead and draw an encounter card. Uh-oh. Brentley Security. Spawns at the location with the most clues. There are currently no clues on the board.
So he spawns anywhere.
I kind of want to throw him in the kitchen or something, or maybe at the front door or something.
You could also throw him to me.
Yeah. Each investigator at the location gets -1 book and -1 foot, which is, I think, less nice.
It's fine. It's fine because he won't engage with me anyway.
Right, but you still get the minus stats, which I don't know how much that's going to...
but I have stealth.
Oh, yeah. Okay, perfect. So the security... you know, the disgruntled security guard's making enough of a fuss that he's drawn another security guard over to you, which, again, -1 intellect, -1 agility. Even though you're right, he doesn't engage with you, so he's just chilling there.
Right. And maybe a third security guard?
Apparently not.
Oh no. Fear of missing out.
Oh no,
I forgot. I totally forgot about Auntie Gloom's dinner tonight.
I'm so afraid of missing out on all these tasty relics.
Yeah, or Wendy isn't afraid of missing out on the dinner. She's fearing Auntie Gloom and what she'll do to her if she's not on time.
Ugh. Yikes.
She might be nice to me.
She might.
Revelation. If there is the only thing to fear is what are those last two
If there is a
words?
copy of Fear of Missing Out in your threat area, this card gains search. Otherwise, put it into play in your threat area. Oh, sorry, yes.
No, I was reading the flavor
Oh,
text.
the flavor text, okay. I think it just says the only thing to fear is missing out.
Right. But yeah, if there's no copy, put it in the threat area. When one or more relic cards are attached to the warehouse, placed in another player's hand or play area, or are removed from the game, take 1 horror. Test 3 if you succeed, discard Fear of Missing Out.
Okay.
Reaction when a relic is placed in your hand or enters your play area, discard Fear of Missing Out.
Right, so if
I get a relic, it
Yeah.
goes away.
right, because you're not missing out anymore. So,
Yeah.
okay, great. But otherwise, if I get a relic, or if it goes in the warehouse, oh no, I must have missed out on that tarot card? What is it, the Ace of Cups? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Wendy's really starting to fear and get anxious about this social hubbub. So many people, so many
people who are
nice
trying to,
looking.
like, end you, no less. Or, sorry, rough you up. I presume they're not trying to end you.
Yeah, but that's normal. Like, that's fine.
normal, he says.
But people are trying to talk to me and be nice to me and fake to be nice to me, and ugh. It's also polite.
It's also what? Sorry, what was that last one?
Polite. Polite. Polite.
Polite. Yes, sorry. Yes, I have my speakers up quite high, but there's a lot more rain in the background now, and it's all of a sudden I couldn't hear anything.
Right.
There we go. But okay, so we've got Wendy, who's found Manny, her cat. Thank goodness she's managed to recover her family cookbook, the Sanguine Lexicon. She's stealthy, so presumably she'll just get her, find her way out of the situation with the disgruntled security officer guard, while Rex is still looking around for her. But maybe she escaped into the warehouse. He's gonna probably go and try to talk to David Brentley and see if there's something that can be done. I paid for that Sanguine book fair and square, that blood book. I don't know.
I have one question before we go.
Yes.
Can I evade an enemy with stray cat that isn't engaged with me?
Yes, you can, because it is a non-elite enemy at your location.
And let's see. Friendly security, agility 2, stray cat, and waylaces defeated. Not okay.
And
there is
yeah
a plan coming.
Well, I like the plan, especially because I think if you're thinking what I'm thinking, the act also says after you defeat a security enemy, take the staff key. So
yeah.
Okay, all right. This is very good. Okay, so maybe Wendy is going to get into the warehouse first. Who knows? I like it.
As she tends to do.
As she tends to do. Okay. Well, we like this a lot. I mean, well, Rex has got a separate plan and his lucky coin, and hopefully that's enough. But I think we will call the scenario here because I imagine there's still another... Well, there seems to be another whole act and all of that. Whatever that means.
A whole act and a whole second agenda.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But we've got a few victory points on the board already. All thanks to Wendy, might I point out. Rex has just been picking up clues and trying to avoid the blood ringing in his ears and so on and so forth.
Hey, Rexy cleaned out 2 of the locations.
It's true. He did clear out a few locations. The clues have been valuable. But this is very exciting.
Except that none of the places he cleared out had victory points. But anyway...
Well, yeah, look. Look, I said he was cursed, not that he was smart, okay?
Yeah.
He's a good kid. This has been a very good start to the scenario and the campaign. I'm feeling really excited about what the future holds and what story is going to come from Wendy and Rex having to work together at some point with their auction items. And hopefully we get to keep some cool auction items in our decks. Who knows?
Yeah, hopefully.
But I wanted to thank you. Hey, me too, Graspy Loot. Unfortunately, it's not the way the world works. Crosshair, I wanted to thank you for joining me on this first of presumably many sessions in this new campaign for Doomed. So thank you.
Wait. Seems like 14 sessions at this rate.
Yeah, probably. That's yeah, perfect. Take us to the end of the calendar year, more or less.
Yeah.
And yeah, as has been posted, we've got Drew Crew coming up in just under an hour. I need to go eat before that, which is what I'm going to go do. So join us for that. And then tomorrow is Montreal by Moonlight at 6 p.m. Eastern over on RPG Clinic. Join us for that. I will be streaming again next week at some point, continuing with The Crush House, seasons 4 and 5, because we love it. And hopefully you can join us once again on Doomed next week, same time, same channel, hopefully.
Yeah. Latest next Saturday.
Yes.
Maybe.
Any excuse me, any last thoughts or feelings, Crosshair, before we pack it up?
When in doubt, murder and theft.
Bye, Autumn. Thanks, Graspy Loot. Yeah. I mean, look, when in doubt, hide from the people that are trying to attack you. Talk to people, and then if you can't succeed, if at first you don't succeed, live and learn and try again. That's what the Adams family has taught me. All right, we'll catch you all next time on Doomed. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.